Well, welcome to Olympic Park, Muswellbrook, for the clash, the final of the Scanlon Shield in the Hunter Valley Group 21 competition in first grade. Muswellbrook to take on Aberdeen. Boys, this is a repeat of last year's grand final. Of course, I don't want to bring up too many memories for our commentator, Bomber Jones.
You shouldn't have brought it up.
But Bomber, two great sides coming up against each other for this final.
Yeah, Aberdeen, just looking through the team sheet, aren't dissimilar to the side that played on grand final day. Muswellbrook's got a hell of a lot of different players playing on grand final. Obviously the back line's very similar, but without Cade Boney and Gretchy, who played last year only for a couple of games, didn't play on grand final day, and he'd be itching to have a big game. He's probably been waiting all off-season to get back into some of these contests. The first two games have sort of been one-sided affairs, but Banco's got the sides.
Yeah, we'll go through the Muswellbrook side first. The home team is number 1, Bailey Taylor. Jackson Anshaw's 2. Zach Webb's 3. Number 4 is Jacob Ellis. His brother Daniel is at number 5. Ewan Bartholomew, the 5'8", is back after a week off through injury. Jake Hardy is at 7. Dylan Thorne at 8. Gretchy, Adam Gretsch, number 9, Ramon Jackson at number 10. The second row is a Jackson Mulheron and Brady Benkovic at 11 and 12 respectively. Bailey Wooden back again after a week off as well at number 13, the lock. The reserves at this stage, Josh Scrimger, number 16, Kurt Lewis, and number 20 is Liam Dunn, who's backing up from reserve grade. There'll be another one there added to the bench. Is that Wade McKenzie? I have a feeling it might be Wade McKenzie.
It could be, my love.
It is. Wade McKenzie is just going to be on the bench for the Rams. And Bomber, you can take forward that Aberdeen side.
Yep, no worries. Banco, the Aberdeen side will be at fullback number 1, Harry Douglas. On the wings, number 2, Cameron French and Tyler Wolfgang. Number 3, Hamish Wolfgang. Number 4, Ben Baker. I believe Ben comes from the Campbelltown region. This is his first year in the group. Number 6 will be Shane Hasselman. A birthday apparently today. Number 7, Liam Foran. Number 8, James Standing. Number 9, Daniel Hugerworth. Number 10, Cameron Savage. Number 11, Guy Thompson. 12 will be Josh Smeedle. 13, Marcus Marsh. On the bench, we've got 14, Ben Clark. 15, Sam Fitzsimmons. 16, Sean Milward. And we're just looking to see who's got the jersey on for the fourth reserve.
What I was told by the Aberdeen club was that number 17 could potentially be Sam Gleeson. That's who they wanted in that position, so we'll wait and see what happens.
Rightio, we'll keep an eye on that.
But I was also told that Jason Hovey would be for Muswellbrook, so it could change. But look, guys, I think it's going to be a cracking match. You're right, Bomber.
Looking forward to it.
The flair of losing Cade Boney this season to a year off, that's going to be a telling sign for Muswellbrook to see how Jake Hardy steps up. Yep. I think that Foxy did a great job in 5'8" last week for Muswellbrook, but the mongrel also from up front, Rowan Pottinger leaving and Jeff Shariko. Look, these boys, Ramon Jackson did nothing wrong last week. He was one of my favourite on the field. I just want to see more mongrel out of him. Yeah, look, it'll be a fantastic game. Been looking forward to it all week, and Aberdeen, they'll be fired up to protect that premiership win, and there's no question the Rams are in a good headspace at the moment. They've had a couple of good victories over Garita, Brankston and Singleton. The positives for the Rams is that Bailey Wooden is back. Dylan Thorne, who went off with a knee injury in just before half-time, I believe, in the grand final. Their whole go-forward ceased to exist after that, and I think Dylan Thorne will want a bit of a revenge from this grand final here today, Bomber.
Yeah.
I'm tipping a big game from the big fella.
I think the big thing today for the Muswellbrook, I know it's a grand final replay, but Ramon Jackson, Mulheron, Gretchy, Bailey Wooden, they've got no nightmares from last year's grand final. They weren't here playing, so they're just another side they're playing against. And the Aberdeen side running out there, Haas didn't play last year, Tyler Wolfgang, Cameron Savage. There's a whole host of blokes that played in the grand final last year. So, yes, it is a grand final replay, but Muswellbrook could win by 50 and it doesn't take anything that they lost last year back and give them back anything back. So, yep, grand final replay, but that's all it is realistically.
There's a lot of the one noticeable thing here, Bomber, is a lot of young kids in here spread amongst a lot of experienced heads. That's what I can see. Both sides have got a lot of young players in their early 20s and very keen, full of energy. This will be an absolutely brilliant game. If both sides have an even share of possession, it's going to go either way, mate.
Oh, yeah.
To state the bleeding obvious.
That's it. I hope it's a good game. The first two rounds, both these, or Muswellbrook in particular, have had reasonably easy games. This is what you play first grade for, to be challenged, not win by 40 or 50. it's going to be a challenge. You're playing against 16, 17 quality footballers here, and they're genuine first graders. So let's get it on.
Here's the kick-off.
We're just waiting for the referees, boys.
Where's Nick Martin? He's refused to come out, Nick Martin.
Usually it's the opposition that makes the home team wait a little bit.
He's just down here signing a few autographs.
I haven't got an eye on him yet, but maybe it is. Maybe he's fixing up the microphone, because this is going to be potentially, if he comes out, a first for us in Group 21 to be able to commentate and have the referee wide up for sound. So
we're wired up. That'll be good.
We're going to be able to hear what he's got to say to the players. So as soon as
you
he
got
gets
the sensor
there,
button ready, then have you?
Yeah, well, it's going to be very interesting. I don't know where he is actually, so maybe our equipment's weighing him down.
Someone's locked the referees in.
4 minutes late.
Is that what you believe?
Someone's locked the referees in the change room, I heard.
Here they come.
Looks like it's an all Singleton crew. Martin, Rudder and Martin.
Time, guys. Ready on time?
Here we go.
Sweet.
So there you go.
Here we go.
Martin coming through our commentary there as well. So
Yep. I was saying, Bomber...
Do we have that all game or not?
no.
Danny,
I was saying that the referees got locked in their change room. Someone locked them in there, but Nick found his way out. Here we go. Here's a grand final replay, and also the final, Bomber and Reggie, of the Scanlon Shield.
Yeah, it's a concept that's been in vogue, and that could go out in the full. No?
Don't let it bounce. Oh, it's gone out in the full. Well, that's an ordinary start by the Rams. Bailey Taylor, that's a massive kick. It landed. I thought it was going to land just inside the dead ball line, but it's gone out over the side, and Aberdeen will have possession right on halfway. Obviously centre field, so this is a big set of six. The opening set of six, a big set of six for both teams here. Liam Foran to kick for touch. He finds it. No, he doesn't. Daniel Ellis gets the ball. Another mistake. 2 mistakes early. Daniel Ellis gets the ball. He takes the ball. He goes centre field, and he's hitting a good tackle by Marcus Marsh.
That seconded him.
James Standing, yes, he got straight under his chin, little Jimmy. He's Brady Benkovic gets the ball. He's tackled by Shane Hasselman, and Hasselman gets the ball. He's not well, Daniel Ellis.
This could cause a bit of a disturbance on the bench if he's no good, because I'm just looking at the bench for Muswellbrook. It's all forwards. I know Curtly Lewis can play inside back, so if he's no good, it might mean Curtly might have to push into a centre spot.
He went straight under a Jimmy Standing shoulder, Bomber. He collected him hard there too, little Daniel. I don't think he's well at all. Hitting Marcus Marsh and Jimmy Standing absolutely belted poor old Daniel, but he's a tough kid, Daniel. He'll be up. I'm sure he will be.
He looks okay. He might. I think if they can't use the interchange, a free interchange, it wasn't an illegal act, so they'd be blowing an interchange if they took him off. But
I think they're going. Heath Collins, the first aid attendant. Looks a little bit shaky, Daniel. Anyway, the ball goes on to Dylan Thorne from Gretsch. He charges up over the 40-metre line. He's going to find himself about 42 out from his own line, 20 in from touch. Muswellbrook in possession. Adam Gretsch, a dummy half, short ball out the left-hand side of Jake Hardy. Goes himself, goes through one. No, he doesn't. Schmoodle wraps him up by the collar. Just over the halfway line, tries to get up for a quick play. The ball goes to Bailey Wooden, and Bailey Wooden goes forward, hitting a good tackle there around the melon by Daniel Hoogerworth. They're 35 metres out.
Savage, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Ewan Bartholomew with the ball, little chip forward, looking for the wing play. Harrison Douglas is under it. He collects it well. Young Duggo, and he's tackled by Zach Webb. Muswellbrook really have to be urgent here in defence and force an error. Ball goes out to Jimmy Standing, and Jimmy Standing gets the ball. He's tackled about 15 metres out centre field from his own line. Gretschy over the top with Bailey Wooden, the other defender. That's Guy Thompson. Guy Thompson gets the ball. Hard man to put down. Good tackle from Gretschy, 25 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Trying to get out of their own red zone. Here's Schmoodle, brings Marcus Marsh under him, comes to Brady Benkovic. He bumps him off a little bit, and he's finished there, and a good tackle by Gretschy again. They're going to give a penalty away. Nick Martin won't put up with that. Ball goes out to... great tackle from Ramon Jackson on Cameron Savage. That's that man, Bomber, 40 metres out from his own line, centre field, and they've given a penalty away. Given a penalty away, Ramon Jackson and Jordan Mulheron.
Yeah, I think it's a good tackle. It's a cheap penalty, but I think when we get the ball back, we've got to identify Cameron Savage in that middle of the ruck. He's got a lot of energy in defence, but whether he can back-to-back or treble tackle is going to be a big question.
Here's Cameron French, took the tap. They're on 40 metres out from the Rams line, 20 in from touch. Ball goes from Hoogerworth onto Foran. Foran goes forward, he beats one. Went through Romain Jackson, but he's getting a good tackle there by Bailey Wooden. They're 35 metres out. Hoogerworth goes himself from dummy half straight up the middle of the ruck, and he's hit by Dylan Thorne. He unloads to Liam Foran. Another unload to Guy Thompson, and Bailey Taylor gets him down with the help of Benkovic. They're 10 metres out from the Rams line. Got to be urgent here. The Rams defence. Ball goes to Hasselman and knocked down. It was nearly an intercept, but they've got the ball back. 6 to go. It was knocked down by Hardy. It gets the ball. Who's that winger?
Tyler Wolfgang.
Tyler Wolfgang, I couldn't tell, sorry. 3-4 metres out from the Rams line. Ball goes out. They've got a set of 6 to play with here. Liam Foran gets the ball onto Marcus Marsh, their centre field.
Going left off Foran.
Big Cameron Savage is out there off Foran, ready to run hard onto that ball. Here it is. Hoogerworth out to Foran. Shows and goes. They overran that ball, Cameron Savage, and he's tackled. Good tackle from Romain Jackson. They're 5 metres out from the Rams line. Got to be urgent. Ball goes out to Hasselman. Shows it under to Schmoodle. Schmoodle's got plenty of room to move, and he's going to go to one to beat, and he goes over. Great try from the Aberdeen Tigers. Early kill there. 4-0 after 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's Josh's favourite line, that outside-inside line, playing an unders play. Our defenders have come across probably only a couple of steps too late, but quality footballer running that line. If you're not there, right on the money, he's going to score 9 times out of 10.
Well, it's not as if it's something new, Bomber. That move is not new with Liam Foran giving an unders ball to Josh Schmoodle on the boil. It's not new. They should know that, the Rams defenders.
The defenders have probably got to also not be pushing so hard on that ball player at the moment. We had a bloke just chase right across there, right on his hammer. He can't hurt you while he's going across field, Foran or Haas, so if you just number up and make your tackles, but that inside defence has really got to be a lot stronger than that. Everyone pushes over, I know, and probably on that set there, we're on our back foot for probably the whole set. Maybe it's worth the old NRL thing, give another penalty away and see if they'll take a shot for goal so they don't get that momentum.
I'll tell you what, Becca, it's great to have this inside vision from the former coach from Muswellbrook. You always wonder what Bomber's thinking down there on the sideline. He keeps it pretty close to his chest, but Muswellbrook's defence, you're right, Bomber, they've just got to slide with them and shut down Smeedle. He's dangerous.
Well, he runs that unders line so well, and he does it off Liam Foran, and that's how deadly the two of them are combined. Ben Baker's going to try and convert this from right in front to go to a 6-0 lead. That he does. And there's 34, just under 35 minutes to go in this first half. It's 6-0 to the Aberdeen Tigers here. I'm just wondering, boys, when the lights are going to come on.
Yeah, hopefully. How's it me?
I hope someone hasn't forgotten to turn the lights on, because it's going to get dark very quickly. Here's the kickoff. And they're right on the back foot, the Rams, Bomber, from that kickoff from Bailey Taylor earlier. Here's the ball, fielded well by Shane Hasselman. He gives the ball on to Jimmy Standing to run the ball out. Comes to Benkovic, and he's hitting a good tackle there, Jimmy Standing. Underneath, I'll just find out, but that was a good tackle there also by Jake Hardy. Ball goes from dummy half out to Shane Hasselman. Comes to Cameron Savage, and he's tackled 20 metres out centre field from his own line. Romain Jackson and Dylan Thorne in that tackle. Jordan Mulheron. Ball goes out to Liam Foran. On to Guy Thompson, and Guy Thompson easily seen there with that headband around the top of the melon. He's looking for a penalty, but he's well tackled from Gretchen and Mulheron. Here's Hoogerworth, goes from dummy half, shows it 1-1. He gives the ball straight in the arms of Zachy Webb. Good break there.
Good capitalise.
Good break for the Rams there. And Zach Webb's tackled centre field, 40 out from the Aberdeen line. Here's Benkovic. He goes down to the short side, comes into Jimmy Stan. He's hitting a good tackle there. About 35 metres out. Good quick play the ball. Jake Hardy onto Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne charges forward, tackled good by well there by Daniel Hoogerworth. Comes down the left-hand side, Ewan Bartholomew. Got plenty of runners, gives it to Bailey Wooden. He comes to the fullback. He had inside the support, but he didn't give it. Great tackle there. Jake Hardy gets the ball onto Bailey Taylor. Long pass out to Ewan Bartholomew. He's looked to kick it. He goes himself. Good tackle there by, who's that? Daniel Hoogerworth. They get the ball out. Short kick. Josh Schmoodle gets the ball. Oh, and Josh Schmoodle recovers. Ordinary kick by Jake Hardy. He's going to give a penalty away here for sure. He does.
Second effort on the legs.
He does. Second effort off the legs. Nick Martin says. A bit ordinary, that little grubber kick. He had players all in front of him.
Yeah, probably like that over
well
again,
in
Jake.
traffic. Well in traffic. That ball's coming up to us.
Just another thing. Obviously, Ewan didn't play left side for us last year. Dominant Cade Boney, but Ewan is a very dangerous footballer when he comes onto the left-hand side. It's his natural arc and his natural ball play can be on that left side.
Yeah, they need to do better with their sets, Bomber. Hasselman gets the ball here off that penalty. And they're 45 metres out from the Rams line. Here's the ball, goes out to Foran again. Foran shows the ball one inside. Here's the guy, Thompson. It's that usual move. They're going to bring Thompson and Schmoedel under all day. The inside defence has got to be urgent. Romain Jackson take the tackle. Here's Hugerworth. He gives the ball on to Josh Schmoedel, and Schmoedel gets the ball. The 35 out, 20 in from touch from the Rams line. Hugerworth at dummy half. Ball goes to Hasselman. Out to Foran. Foran little chip through. Harrison Douglas is on the boil. Bailey Taylor has to be quick at this. He gets the ball and he fields it well, BT, before Harry Douglas tackles him. 12 metres out from his own line, 10 in from touch. Here the ball goes from Anshaw onto Zach Webb. Zach Webb's trying to go forward, but he's hitting a really good tackle there. I think that was Marcus Marsh, my apologies. Here's Jackson Anshaw. Anshaw takes the ball. He's about 21 metres out from his own line. Gretsch at dummy half. He's going to give it the ball to Wooden. No, he doesn't. Give it to Jackson. Jackson trying to... He's the big boppers from the Muswellbrook side.
Kill for a penalty at the moment, Muswellbrook would.
Oh, dead set. They need a piggyback right here, right now.
I think we're working hard enough for it, but at the moment...
Here's the ball goes to Bailey Wooden, and Bailey Wooden charges forward. He's only a little man, but he's got a big heart. And there's a great tackle from Marcus Marsh with Jimmy standing over the top. Ball goes down the right-hand side. Ewan Bartholomew puts the boot to ball, going over Harry Douglas's head, but he's well fielded it.
They've got to put some heat on in defence here. They've really got to put some heat on these little back three blokes.
Good tackle from Jacob Ellis and Ewan Bartholomew.
That's the way.
You don't want a second effort there, Ewan. Get out of it. We don't need to give him a piggyback penalty here. Ewan Bartholomew, and they have.
No.
Someone's mouthed off. Gretsch's mouthed off.
No, not the way he's talking to me. Not the way you're talking to me. No.
Gretsch's mouthed off.
I'm setting the 10. You're mouthing off at me. All you do is give back to me, and you avoid these penalties.
Yeah, I think we're hearing what he's saying there, right?
And there's back chatted again. He's got to watch himself. Nick will put him in the bin. Nick will put him into the bin if he's not careful. Liam Foran's going to find touch, and that was just dumb football. Any way you look at it, you do not give Aberdeen cheap possession like that. Here's Aberdeen right on the ball. They're going to be 22 metres out from their own line. Ball goes out to Hasselman. Short pass to Jimmy Standing, and Jimmy Standing takes the ball forward, hitting a really good tackle
they've got to put some heat on these
by Wooden and Dylan Thorne.
There's got to be some heat in defence here now.
Here's Hugerworth onto Marcus Marsh, and Marcus Marsh goes straight in the middle of the ruck, hitting a really good tackle from Romain Jackson and Dylan Thorne. Here's Josh Schmoedel, full of running. Josh Schmoedel goes forward. Good tackle from Bankovic. Hits him around the ankles. He's 5 metres out from the Rams line. Just as well he made that tackle. 5 metres out, Hugerworth at dummy half. A long pass out to Hasselman. Hasselman gets the ball. Equally long pass out to Guy Thompson. He's got room to move. Full back to beat. And he goes over. Long pass. Liam Foran. No urgency out wide in that defence bomb. I think they were ball watching.
Nah. Webby knows he's done the wrong thing there. Webby's tried to, as we spoke about in reserve grade, Blake's trying to make a defensive play by himself. Webby's probably just got to wait for his inside blokes to get out there. He's took a gamble. He's come up with fresh air on an intercept. The bloke gets it, then puts Thompson through one-on-one to Bailey Taylor. The heat and defence has got to be a lot stronger by the Rams at the moment. They're getting their nose in front, over the line. Schmoedel's causing all sorts of trouble on this right-hand side.
Well, they piggybacked him down the field. There was no need for that extra 10 metres. You know, the back chatting, he's the captain, but it's the way you speak to the ref as well.
Absolutely, so. There's no question about that. They should know that. And again, it went from being 50, 60 metres out to a full-on attack. 20 metres out, and they need to learn from it. Like I said, we cannot give Aberdeen that cheap possession under full-blown attack. Interesting to see this guy that looks like he's going to come on for the Rams, Kurtley Lewis. He's on the sideline. He was suspended up until this week, and he's going to make his much-weighted appearance for the Muswellbrook Rams. We'll just get back to Ben Baker, who's going to kick for goal, and he's flagged it away, the boys, and it's still 10-0, 28 minutes to go here in the first grade clash between Aberdeen and Muswellbrook. Reggie.
Bomber, I've got to tell you, you said it, and I said at the beginning of the game, they need a mongrel in their defence. After that penalty, that was two of the best shots I've seen Dylan Thorne pull off. I think it's fantastic, but we can't just have one out. The whole team needs to be able to back that up.
Yeah, but we just can't give cheap turnovers away like that and piggyback penalties. It's got to be a little bit more discipline. Here's Hasselman, gives the ball on to Jimmy Standing. He charges out from his own line. He's hitting a good tackle from Benkovic, Wooden and Dylan Thorne. Drags him back to about 12 metres out from his own line, 20 metres in from touch. Ball goes to Foran. Foran runs the ball hard, and he's hitting a good tackle from Ramon Jackson and Dylan Thorne again. Right on the 20-metre line. Hugerworth, dummy half onto Cameron Savage, and Savage runs forward at the Muswellbrook boys. Good tackle from Wooden. About 28 metres out.
I don't know if he's looking to take off here.
It'll be interesting, Bomber. Very interesting. Josh Schmoodle. He's had a great game so far, Josh Schmoodle. He's hitting a good tackle there by three Muswellbrook defenders. Here's Daniel Hugerworth sniffing out a dummy half run. He does, and he's tackled right on halfway from Dylan Thorne. Last tackle. Liam Foran gets the ball, goes down Daniel Ellis's throat. Great take from little Daniel. He takes off himself. He'd be looking to steer well away from Jimmy Standing, and he comes to Hasselman, and Hasselman takes him down.
Off, Lewis on.
Yeah, I don't know if Stubbs is happy about that, but anyway, that'll be interesting. He's asked Troy Hilder the question. Nevertheless, it is what it is. Here's Curtly Lewis. He goes forward. Unloads to Jackson Anshaw. Jackson Anshaw puts a little chip through onto and he retrieves it, and he does exceptionally well. The Aberdeen boy there.
Good first touch by Lewis.
Absolutely.
I was just about to say, I think that's why he went on.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyway. Aberdeen are going to run this ball out there 15 metres out from their own line.
Who's that laying in the...
It's got to be a penalty. He's hanging on to Adam Gretsch. Here's Tyler Wolfgang running from dummy half, and Tyler Wolfgang gets the ball and he takes it 25 metres out from his own line. Liam Foran at dummy half gets the ball onto Schmoodle, and Schmoodle charges forward. Curtly Lewis underneath, and Gretsch over the top, 35 metres out. Here's Foran again at dummy half, gives the ball out to Guy Thompson, and Guy Thompson goes forward. Good defence from the Rams. They've held him down here. It's been a good defensive set. It's the last. Liam Foran goes over there on his favoured left foot. Gets the ball deep down into the Muswellbrook territory. Daniel Ellis fields the ball, turns it back into Bailey Taylor. He gets out to the 35, gets out to the 30. He's going across field, and he's good hit from Liam Foran. That's a flop for all money. It is.
Clayton, he's come over the top.
It's unlike Foran. His best natural kicks into the golf club corner as we're looking at it. The last two kicks, he's tried to hook them back around to the velodrome, and he's found players.
Bailey Taylor might have got a cork in that tackle there, Bomber. That's going to be a major blow.
Looks like the ankle, mate. Could be the ankle that he done last year.
Yeah, that's a major blow if BT's out. Here's Zach Webb with the tap. Goes down, hits Guy Thompson, hits him in a good tackle with Cameron Savage over the top. 20 metres in, 35 out. Gretsch gets the ball from dummy half over to Ewan Bartholomew. You've got to be urgent here. Bailey Wooden takes the ball forward. He's hitting a good tackle. Here's the Rams, turns it in. Gretsch gets the ball, he takes it in, gives it under to Dylan Thorne, and Dylan Thorne's tackled right on the 20-metre line, centre field. Options both left and right. Gretsch goes out from dummy half, long ball out the back to Ewan Bartholomew, short pass on to Jordan Mulheron, and Jordan Mulheron gets tackled 20 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Bailey Taylor with the ball, Ewan Bartholomew, long pass out to Dylan Thorne to the centre field. He tries to beat one, Dylan Thorne, and he's dragging a couple of players down with him. He's 5 metres out to the last. They need a repeat set here, Bomber. Bailey Wooden at dummy half gets the ball out to Curtly Lewis, and that is a terrible finish to that set of six, Bomber.
If there's any upside to it, we've got them 10 metres out inside their own 20. So let's see what they can do defensively, shorten the line up and put some heat on.
Why wouldn't you go to your half then?
I don't know what the hell happened there. That was just... Did they know it was the last?
Probably didn't know it was the last, but as I said, if we've got them in a corner where possibly they're thinking if we put a kick in and give them a 7 tackle set, but we just haven't pushed up here in defence.
They're certainly showing more urgency with the ball, the Aberdeen Tigers, and they've got a set of 6 here to go. And that was Jimmy Stan. He's tackled 35 metres out. Tyler Wolfgang at dummy half. He takes off. He unloads back to Josh Schmoodle. Good ball from the Aberdeen side here. Good attacking football, and Schmoodle takes the ball over halfway, hitting a good tackle from Wooden and Ramon Jackson. Ball goes long out to Liam Foran. He gives it on to Cameron Savage, and he goes under a high shot. He dead set slipped into that. There was nothing in that. There was nothing in that. He was falling, and as Zach Webb came over the top, there's no question about that.
Certainly wouldn't want to be going in 16-0 now, because Muswellbrook have made a bit of a comeback here.
Gretchy's the captain. Gretchy's the captain. You told me that. Gretchy's the captain. He's going to. No, you told me he's the captain. He's going to be the one who talks to me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this co-captain rubbish. That's what happens.
There you go. They better sort that out, otherwise Nick's not even going to listen to him. Anyway, Aberdeen have got the blowtorch ready to go. They're 30 metres out from the Rams line. Savage takes the ball forward and he's hitting a good one-on-one tackle with Huey Bartholomew and Zach Webb over the top. 20 metres out, 10 in from touch. Here's Marcus Marsh. Marcus Marsh takes the ball forward and he's hit 15 metres out from the Rams line. Big back line set here. Hoogerworth, short ball to 4 and unders to Jimmy Standing. Jimmy Standing beats 1, beats 2. Gretchen left Gretchen his wake there, straight under the post. Watch this short pass from Hoogerworth, this short flat pass. They might have been listening to you, Bomber. They might have been listening to give it 2 points away.
Go for the 2 here. What are they going to do? No, they're going to run it. You might just have to test his patience here a bit more.
Here we go. Hasselman get the ball back inside to Schmoedel. Schmoedel goes across field, gives it to Foran gives the ball on to Ben Baker. It's his first run with the ball, I think, Ben Baker, and he's hit by Ramon Jackson. They're 10 metres out. Liam Foran at dummy half shows it one way, gives it to the right, back to Marcus Marsh, full of running. They have to be urgent in defence here. Get off the line hard, get off the line hard. Ball goes out to Foran. Foran, long pass out to Schmoedel. That's his favourite go-to man, and he's tackled 8 metres out by Kurtley Lewis. Leg pull there. He's going to give the ball away. Jake Hardy.
No, he's pulling the leg. He's pulled the leg around. I watched him pull his leg around.
You can't argue with that, surely. He grabbed his leg and twisted him. Anyway, we'll get back down to it. Hoogerworth, they're not going to take
whether
the
they're
kick.
going to keep doing this or not.
Here's Schmoedel. Schmoedel gets the ball off Hoogerworth and he takes the ball forward. Hitting a good tackle there. 3 metres out from the Rams line. Pressure is right on the Rams. Their line defence has to be urgent. Goes to Hasselman, out to Foran. Foran shows the ball one way, goes out the back to Ben Baker. And Ben Baker's tackled in a good pass. He unloads over there to Cameron French. And Cameron French brings it back infield. 10 metres out from the Rams line. Pressure is right on. Hoogerworth at dummy half. Short pass, look forward.
Scrum. Gretchy's got in Frenchie's face. He stirred him up a bit. Frenchie's got up to react.
Ordinary play.
Guys, Muswellbrook's feet. If you guys have good discipline, we don't have to blow the penalty.
Did Dylan Thorne just ask him what the penalty count was?
Scrum here, guys. Muswellbrook's.
Not sure what it was.
I think he did.
He did. He said, I'm not keeping count.
Anyway, the Rams get a breather here. They get a breather here through an ordinary play the ball by Frenchie, and the Rams need to make something here. They need to make something of it here. There's 20 minutes to go. They're 10-0 down in the first half. Grand final replay and also the final of the Scanlon Shield. And they get a piggyback. They needed that, Bomber. They needed that. Zach Webb's forced the penalty into high tackle there by Schmoedel and Marcus Marsh.
Certainly did. Ramon Jackson's coming off and...
Scrimmager.
What's going on? I don't know whether Ramon's injured or what. He seems to have just come off.
Here's the ball. Zach Webb gets the ball and he's tackled 40 metres out from his own line. He takes it off the tap. Jackson Anshaw at dummy half. Going to give a short ball over there to Jordan Mulheron. Jordan Mulheron goes under there and he's hitting a good tackle there. He's picked up by Hoogerworth. And I think that's Liam Foran. Ball goes to Bailey Wood and he goes forward. Great tackle there by Marcus Marsh. Player of the Year a few years ago. Ball goes out to Dylan Thorne, out the back to Jake Hardy, short hospital pass to Kurtley Lewis.
They're not building enough platform here for these blokes.
Got to get deeper for a start, Bomber. Jake Hardy at dummy half. Ball goes to Scrimger. No, it doesn't. Goes in front of him. Face pass to Dylan Thorne. Charges the ball forward. He's on the last. He's about 38 metres out from the Aberdeen line. They need a repeat set of 6. Jake Hardy. That's a better kick, but it goes straight down.
Yeah, it's a penalty to
It's
Muswellbrook.
an after the kick.
Bailey Taylor has been blocked.
Yep, someone's building him after he kicked at Jake Hardy.
No.
Yeah, Bailey Taylor was following the kick through and Shane Hasselman's tackled him.
It's interesting, Bomber. Ben Baker's playing the fullback role out there.
Yeah, Ben comes with fairly big raps, actually. He's out of that. I think it's the Sydney Shield he's played in for
what's
Campbelltown.
happened is, we'll get to it in a minute, but Harry Douglas has gone to the wing and Ben Baker's playing fullback. Here's the Rams onto the attack. They need to make something from this. Short pass to Scrimger. Scrimger goes forward and he's hitting a good tackle by 3 Aberdeen defenders. They're only a metre out. Bailey Wooden's calling the ball and he wants it hard. Ball goes to the blind. Oh, great work.
No,
he hasn't. He absolutely flew off the line, Hamish Wolfgang, and he got that intercept. He read that like a book. Tyler Wolfgang gets the ball. He goes under a high tackle there by Kurtley Lewis. Another turnover there. They seen that and they read it particularly well, Hamish Wolfgang. An intercept off the line. That was brilliant play by Hamish Wolfgang. Jake Hardy, they're going to give another penalty away here in a minute for sure. Bit of pushing and shoving. Savage gets the ball. The big Aberdeen front row, and he goes forward. He's 25 metres out centre field from his own line. He's going to get tackled over the 30. This is good go forward by the Aberdeen boys. 31 metres out from their own line. Ball goes to left-hand side to Guy Thompson. He goes in behind the ruck and he runs into Bailey Wood, and they've given a penalty, an offside penalty. Here it is. Here it is. Scrimger's not happy about it. And Ben Baker's grabbed Gretchy, and there's an all-in for sure. They're going everywhere. There's a lot of pulling and shoving. I haven't seen too many punches thrown just yet, boys. Haven't seen too many punches thrown.
Walk away, walk away.
It's still happening out there. It's still happening over the far side. Someone else is down. Gretchy down. Ben Baker. It's Ben Baker and Gretchy that have the initial set too.
Come on, let's take your team back to the 40. We're going to deal with this. Take your team back to the...
Nick Martin's got control here. Jesse Rudder's in as well.
Take your team back.
They'll have a good talk.
Take your team back to the 40. That's your turn to talk. Let's go. Come back to your team. Back to the 40.
Well, there's a lot of collar dragging there, Bomber. There's a lot of dragging of players out left, right and centre.
Guy Thompson's
back to the 40.
Fallen, getting a bloke on a bit of a break. He got Reggie a couple of times last year with when the hands were down.
Let's go back to your team. Come on.
If Gretchy's caught one here while he's had his hands down.
Let's go, guys.
Yeah, he might have been targeted. All I could see was Ben Baker and Gretchy going to and through there.
Right, come over here. Come over here.
Let's see what their referees have to say here.
I've got the high shot. Who's just come in and pushed. And then it's all blown from there. I haven't seen any punches. Have you got anything different?
Yeah, number 4 from Aberdeen. And it's punched the number 9.
Yep.
That's exactly what I said, boys.
While he was on the ground.
Ben Baker's brought it out and Gretch while he's on the ground. Aberdeen might get a penalty for the initial high shot.
Right, I'm going to deal with this. I'm going to go with Muswellbrook first and let them know what's going on. No one's going to the bin.
Yep.
4 from Aberdeen's going to the bin. For
Four's going to the bin.
Reverse the penalty. Goes to Muswellbrook.
Reverse the penalty.
There you go.
Right, mate.
No, he doesn't.
He can't send Adam Gretch to the bin.
No.
He's going to hit him for a high tackle, isn't he?
Right.
He's going to hit him for a high tackle.
Adam. Right. Okay. We're going to deal with this. The penalty's being reversed from the head height to the punch that you received.
On the ground.
Yes,
there you go.
we're going to deal with that play now.
Got it right.
Go back.
You lose it.
No.
Daniel Hugerworth is going to come forward now. Dylan Thorne had something to say, but Baker is going to find himself 10 minutes in the bin for the cheap shot straight on Adam Gretch's
So we had the initial penalty for the head high tackle.
Yep.
Then you guys are coming. Number 4's punched. Number 9 on the ground. You're going to go sit down for 10.
There you go.
No.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and Ben Baker's still got plenty to say. Jesse Rudder hasn't missed him.
Yes?
Now, every time there's a tackle, there's an elbow or a head high. They get dirty because they're getting beat, sir. So I know you're watching that very, very intently, but I just want you to be careful because every fucking tackle there's a head or an elbow.
Right, I'm watching that. Now the penalty's going to be reversed because of the foul play. That's where we're going.
This hasn't finished, boys. There's going to be a lot of fire in this game here tonight.
What, it's a bonus to be able to hear how he's dealing.
Unbelievable. Well done. Well done. Great stuff to referee Nick Martin and the touch judges there. That was brilliant to hear. And they got it spot on.
This is where the big players stand up here now. It's going to be a bit now. It's going to be willing for the next 10 minutes.
Who punches someone on the ground though? Really?
Never mind. We have to.
It's all done and dusted now. It's rugby league. Let's
Here we
get on
go.
with it.
Zach Webb's going to get the ball. He's going to take the tap and he's going to take it forward. Webby himself. He's not shy going forward. Webby.
Yeah, Harry Douglas coming in. No, it wasn't Harry Douglas. I think it was Frenchie coming in with a late shot.
That was Guy Thompson. Here's Muswellbrook in possession. They're 12 metres out centre field. They're a man down Aberdeen. Muswellbrook need a hit back here at 10-0 down. Gretch at dummy half, short ball to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne goes through to Jimmy Stanton. Beats one. He's trying to drag 2 or 3 players over. He's only just short of the try line. Gretch at dummy half. He's looking for a short ball. Face pass to Scrimger. Goes out to Ewan Bartholomew. Short pass over to Jordan Mulher and he's wrestled to the ground by Guy Thompson. I'd love to see it. He might have hurt himself here in this tackle. Here's Hugh Bartholomew. Takes off from dummy half. There was a nothing play. He unloads it out the back to Bailey Taylor. No, he called held. Hugh Bartholomew's going to play the ball. They're about 5 metres out from the Tigers line. Right out the back to Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor puts a little grubber kick through. He's going to get the ball and... Oh my goodness, there was no urgency in that. Absolutely no urgency in that. And I don't know if that was a right option, Bomber. No. But anyway, Aberdeen have been let off the hook there and Marcus Marsh takes the ball forward. Good run from Marsh and he gets it up over his 20 metre line, 25 metres out. Ball goes down the blind hand side. Is that Fitzsimmons on?
Yep.
big boy, young Fitzsimmons. Here's Liam Form at dummy half. He gets a ball out to Shane Hasselman, and Hasselman's hitting a good tackle there by Jordan Mulheron. Form at dummy half onto Marsh. Marsh takes the ball forward. Just doesn't look like there's a lot of urgency. Hits the last tackle. They're 48 metres out, just on halfway. Liam Foran gets the ball. Good pressure from Zach Webb. It's going to go find its way over the touch line. And Muswellbrook will have a scrum feed 25 metres out from their own line. A little bit of a lull in play here, Bomber.
Muswellbrook probably need to get back and get that scrum feed.
The ball hasn't gone out the back line once.
Yeah, get Nick Martin to call time off on this scrum. So all Aberdeen are doing is wasting that 10 minutes in the sin bin that young Baker's gone. It's just going to chew up the clock here. If they would have packed the scrum, Nick would have been forced to call time off. But obviously they don't know that rule, and the clock's just ticking over, and so is the sin bin clock.
They should know that rule. Here's Muswellbrook feeding the scrum 25 metres out from their own line. If they don't put something on here with one man advantage, then surely they're going to have to ask some questions. I'd be looking to still get the ball out wide of the paceman in the two Ellis boys. Here it is, Muswellbrook with the ball, Schmoodle. Zach Webb's had a fair game too, Bomber.
Yeah, Webby's looking dangerous with the football.
Well, he's taken the heat off and he's not shy of going forward. Here's the ball onto Kirtley Lewis. He unloads to Jacob Ellis. Short pass, no ground made, and he's actually hitting a good tackle there from Tyler Wolfgang, and that looked a bit of a spear tackle.
Hey, don't run in, don't run in.
Wasn't happy with Schmoodle.
No, because everyone's rushing in. We're not playing on like this.
For that tackle, but Jordan Mulheron's off, Bankovic's on for the Rams.
Yeah, we've got to...
Here's a
got to get on with it here. Got to get on with it, the Muswellbrook boys.
Yeah, get out, stop with the ridiculous stuff and play football. Here's Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis is going to take the tap. He's offside. Hasselman is about 5 metres offside. And,
I'm not sure what Jesse and Nick were looking at. They weren't looking at the game.
Actually, Jacob tripped over, but he still was... Shane Hasselman was only 5 metres back. Centre field, the Rams, 32 metres out. Ball goes, Gretchy goes from dummy half himself, and he's hit there. I can't see who the defender is, but they're 25 metres out from their Aberdeen line. Wooden at dummy half. Ball goes out the right hand side to Dylan Thorne. Short pass to Scrimger. Scrimger gets over the 20. They're 18 metres out centre field. Bailey Wooden's taken that dummy half roll on to play the ball, and he's lost it in the play the ball. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty sloppy.
Terrible. Terrible.
Really
Another cheap turnover, Bomber.
I'd really like to see Ewan go into first receiver and just run a whole set. Just not be 2 or 3 passes wide. Run the whole set from first receiver. He's dangerous. Once he's got the ball in hands, he's got defenders sitting on their heels because they're not sure what he's going to do. At the moment, he's getting the ball 2 or 3 passes wide or off a buckets play, off a front rower. It's not the quality football he needs.
Certainly not, Boren. You've nailed that. Absolutely nailed it. Tyler Wolfgang, the Aberdeen wingers, come in to take a bit of a run, and he's tackled right on the 20-metre line. Short pass to Schmoodle, who's had a bottler of a game so far. He's really done well, Joshy Schmoodle, and they still haven't got him to ground. Dylan Thorne there, just wrestled him to the ground there with Jacob Ellis, who's come in for a bit of action. 30 metres out from their own line, the Aberdeen Tigers. There's 2 Muswellbrook players now left line the ruck, and they've been penalised for an ordinary play of the ball. They can't...
Hey!
Jacob Ellis has told Josh Schmoodle something, and Josh hasn't taken it too lightly there. Dylan Thorne threw a bit of a slap. Goodness me. Just get on. And this is time wasting, Bomber. This is time wasting, and Muswellbrook are just wasting time. Get on with the game.
Right, let's go.
They're a man up.
Hey! Let's go. Take him back. Guys, let's go. Take him back. Let's go. Come on.
We should get down to playing some football here, the Rams, Bomber. They need to score before half time. It's 10-0 with 11 minutes to go in this first half. Time is off.
Back to the 40.
Wait, 40. Let's go.
Yeah,
come on, Jill, let's go.
Like this Benko,
back to the 40.
I wish I was down there to tell someone.
Back to the 40 metre line so we can have a
talk. You can see a lot from up here, and the boys are putting in.
Come on, 13. Come on, off you go.
They put the energies at the wrong level at the moment.
Wrong direction.
Yeah, that's it. That's the word I was looking for.
Terribly hard.
So here's Nick Martin. What's Nick Martin saying? Let's listen to him, Bomber.
Guy Thompson's come through, raised the elbow as he's come through. He's going to go sit down for 10.
He's going to sit down for 10. Guy Thompson's going to the bin for 10 here, boys.
And I've got number 12 as well.
Raise the elbow.
Yep. 12 as well for somebody. Who's 12? Is that Stubbs?
Yeah, Muswellbrook will get the penalty.
Muswellbrook get the penalty.
So, right. Muswellbrook, Gretchy. Bring Dylan.
Who's the captain?
Yes, you're going to give me a report, mate.
He's called both captains forward.
Okay, don't say anything. I want you to listen to my touch after report. He's going to speak to me.
from what you've told, you played the penalty, everyone's come in. Dylan's had me showing Husman in the face. There's no need for it.
Right, for what my touches reported, you're going to get sit down?
Oh, no.
Now,
you are kidding.
Slap in the face.
Slap in the face. It's an Aberdeen Muswellbrook clash, for God's sake.
You guys are going to get the penalty for what's happened. I want you guys to settle this down, okay? Go back on the Yeah, I'm going to be Yes, you guys get the penalty.
He did throw a slap. He did throw an open slap.
Yes, please.
I reckon Guy Thompson will find himself in the bin here too, boys.
Easily.
No, I do want Guy. Yeah, I do want Guy. Okay. Okay. Mark has been taken out, so the penalty's gone for that. Guy through, lifted the elbow as he's run through. So, Guy, you're going to go sit down for 10.
Oh, my goodness. There you go. Yes. Aberdeen down to 11. Muswellbrook down to 12 players. So, Nick Martin.
Okay, for the punches that's been thrown, he's going to go sit down
too. Garbage, and he's sent who?
Yes.
Josh Schmiedel to the bin.
Smack in the head. No wonder why the blokes are getting fucking frustrated, mate. It's so unfair.
I understand why
it's so unfair. Why wouldn't someone throw a punch? Why wouldn't someone throw a punch when they get whacked in the head every play of the ball?
Okay, I understand where it's coming from. Both teams are doing it on the ruck, okay? I'm watching it, consistently watching it. Yeah. Like you said, I'm in there, I'm over it, I'm watching it. Right, so the penalty's going to Muswellbrook for the elbow raise.
Thompson.
Right.
And Ben Baker are all off the field for Aberdeen. They're down to 10 men. Muswellbrook have got 12.
1990.
If they cannot score, cannot score here, Bomber, and take full advantage of the advantage that they've got, something is seriously wrong. Nick Martin better be on his game because there is going to be a lot of fired up boys here. Here's Ewan Bartholomew, runs a line to Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor's gone through out wide and scored a try. They needed that.
I've cleared the obstruction for a poor defensive rule.
He's called it a poor defensive rule. Aberdeen are debating and arguing the point, but Nick Martin quite clearly...
Take that player in the tackle.
Nick Martin has quite clearly told the Aberdeen boys it was a poor defensive read, and Bailey Taylor busted through one to score 10 metres to the right of the upright to take the score to 10-4 with 10 minutes to go in this first half. Big clash here, boys, big clash.
Yeah, Muswellbrook need to score. When you get the side down to 10 men, you must put points on the board. What do you do?
There's plenty of... Bailey Taylor's going to take the kick for goal. It's 10-4, 10 minutes to go here in the first half, and to be honest, they needed that. The Rams needed that, and they cannot rest on their laurels here. They have to apply the blowtorch in the last 10 minutes of this first half. Both sides are down players. In particular, the Rams are down one, and the Aberdeen Tigers...
Down to 3.
Down 3 players. Schmiedel, Guy Thompson and Ben Baker, and he makes the 2 points. It's 10-6. There's just under 10 minutes to go. This is a very, very fiery clash, boys, and Bomber, you said it earlier that someone had to stand up.
Yeah, I think this next 10 minutes, Ewan Bartholomew is a very experienced footballer. I think Ewan just takes control of his edge. Even if they run that right edge for the whole set, wear these blokes out. Aberdeen are in no hurry to get back. I'm pretty sure their first sin bin player should be very close to coming back out. They'll probably be up. They'll be probably only a one-man disadvantage for the time they get through this next set.
It was interesting, Bomber, to hear Daniel Hugelworth's interaction there with Nick Martin. He's saying you wonder why people want to throw punches. Is that a good enough excuse?
No.
Seriously.
Hugs is probably just saying whatever he wants to say. He's killing a bit of time.
They've got to field this ball. Here's the kick-off. It goes to Ewan Bartholomew. He gets the ball and he goes through, and Harry Douglas gets the ball. He unloads the ball to Zachy Webb, who I think has had a great game so far, Webby. Ball there tackled 38 metres out from his own line. He's about 10 in from touch. Ball goes out to Scrimger. Scrimger gets the ball. He takes it forward and he's hitting a good tackle there. 35 out from his own line. 20 in from touch. Marcus Marsh has had a big game for the Tigers as well. Here's Bailey Wood and he goes straight forward.
Yeah, I think
straight forward into Ben Clark.
We've got to get the Wolfgang boys involved here.
And Jake Hardy's dropped it cold as a spud right on his own 40-metre line. Gets up and throws the ball at Hasselman, and Hasselman baited him. Give him a gobful, and Jake Hardy fell for the old bait trick, threw the ball, and no need for it whatsoever.
No,
and that's what Hass is good at.
Yeah, disappointing on Jake's behalf. Just the drop ball, very little pressure on him. Muswellbrook got to defend here. The last thing I know is getting scored against by 10 blokes. So we've got to be really careful here. They've still got some key players out here. Muswellbrook are down to 12. There's nothing stopping a Wolfgang one-on-one push here on young Dan Ellis, one of the lighter fellas. So.
Well, they're down to a three-man, like you said, a three-man scrum, Bobber. So Muswellbrook, they just need to be strong here in the last 7 minutes of this first half. Here's Hasselman, goes for himself from dummy half, gives it on to Tyler Wolfgang. Tyler Wolfgang makes a half break and he's tackled 30 metres out centre field. Great tackle from Zachy Webb, and Bailey Taylor's given that ball away. What's he saying? He grabbed the ball in the tackle. Who doesn't grab the ball in the tackle?
Yeah, that's it.
There'll be penalties every second of the game if we're penalising for grabbing the football in a tackle. Nevertheless, it is what it is. He's forward, takes a quick tap, gives the ball on to big Sammy Fitzsimmons. He's tackled 25 metres out, centre field from the Rams line. They're down to 10 men, the Tigers. Ball goes to Marsh. Marsh goes forward. He's hitting a good tackle there from Scrimger down below. Wooden over the top. 20 metres out centre field. Ball goes out to here's Ben Clark, and Ben Clark, good tackle there from Benkovic. 10 metres out from the Rams line. They have to be urgent, the Rams. He's Foran. Foran can weave a bit of magic. Goes out to Hasselman. Hasselman goes across field. He puts a little chip through. Bailey Taylor's coming across. He gets the ball. He comes out of his own in goal. Bailey Taylor. And he looks to throw the dummy. Great stuff from BT. Marcus Marsh hit him in that tackle. Here's Daniel Ellis. He's got to go infield. Daniel gets a ball and he's squashed in the tackle there, and he hadn't lost the ball. No, he didn't.
Like I said, Daniel just...
He got away with that. Quick play the ball. Bailey Wooden gets the ball. Oh, that's a swinging arm from... Who was that?
High tackle 7.
Ben Clark.
No, he's half high.
3 men down.
Who was number 14?
Liam Foran done it.
William Foran, was it?
7.
I thought that was Ben... I thought that was that Ben Clark, number 14, bomber. Ben Baker's back on after he's sent this in. Here's Bailey Wooden, and Bailey Wooden goes straight at Ben Clark.
It's not to call you every single time.
He's called him offside. So the Rams, just under 6 minutes to go. Jake Hardy finds touch with that tap penalty to the Rams. Here's Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis is going to take the tap. 10 metres in from touch, 15 metres out from their own line. Here's Bailey Wooden, takes the ball forward again. Barges into the Aberdeen defence. Good hit by Sam Fitzsimmons. They've got to hit the right-hand side of the field. Here's Scrimger. Scrimger goes forward. He tries to get out of one. He does, and he's still wrestled to the ground there. 1 metre out from the Aberdeen line. They've got options both left and right. They have to be patient. Ball goes to Ewan Bartholomew. Bartholomew looks for a long pass, cut out pass to Kirtley Lewis. And Kirtley Lewis is looking to unload, but he's tackled 10 metres out, 5 metres out, I should say. Ball goes from Gretsch. Gretsch is going to go down to the blind inside to Zachy Webb. He's got to keep him in the field of play. He does. Here's Gretchy. Long ball out to Kirtley Lewis. Kirtley Lewis, little grubber kick through on the foot. Here's Zachy Webb. It's going to, yes, he scores! Ewan Bartholomew! Oh! He's called him offside. He's called him offside, bomber. Nick Martin has called Ewan Bartholomew offside.
You got that?
Yeah, I've got a call. Right.
He's called, the touch judge has called that. The touch judge has called Ewan Bartholomew offside, boys.
Yeah, interesting call, but we're in a bugger of a position here to see it, so we'll just go with Jesse's call.
Well, the interesting thing is that he was only 10 metres out when he kicked that ball, and then he lost control. The Aberdeen player lost control, and Ewan was right there to place his hand on the ball. It's still 10-6 with just under with 4.5 minutes to go in this first half, and Aberdeen have done well to hold the Rams out down to 12 men. I see Sean Millwood's coming on, and I think that's Marcus Marsh that's going to have a spell there just before half time. Sean Millwood's going on. Marsh is off. Here's the Aberdeen boys. Well, that was a dead set giveaway. Ben Clark, you've got the ball and you've let it go to ground. Here's Hamish Wolfgang, and Hamish Wolfgang charges the ball forward as he usually does. Good run. He's hit his own 40-metre line. Jake Hardy's in to play the ball there, and he's given a penalty away. That's about 3 penalties away. 3 penalties away. Jake Hardy's given, bomber.
I haven't heard him yet.
Interesting. I think William Foran will come into his side. He's probably the most experienced player on the field here. He'll say, let's get on and just play a little bit of footy here, regardless of whether we're down to 10 or 11 blokes. While he's on the field, he's going to cause danger. He's a constant threat with the ball in his hand.
Well, the interesting thing, Bomber, is the likes of Shane Hasselman, who's had plenty of experience. Hasselman is dead set baiting a lot of these Muswellbrook players, and they're falling for it. They're dead set falling for it with some stupid play, and just they've got to get on with the game. They've got an advantage, and they're just blown themselves out of the water at the moment. Here's big Sam Fitzsimmons. He gets the ball off the tap and he's tackled on the 40-metre line from Ewan Bartholomew and Adam Gretsch. He gets up to play the ball, goes out to Liam Forum, short pass over there to Daniel Hugerworth, who takes 2 or 3 plays with him, and he's hit right on the 30-metre line, centre field from Benkovic and Wooden. Ball comes out of the right-hand side, tip on from Fitzsimmons onto Sean Millwood, and Sean Millwood nearly makes a half break there. Good tackle there from Jake Hardy. To the left-hand side, here's the ball again. Ben Baker takes the ball forward, and he's hitting a good tackle from Gretchen Benkovic. They still haven't got him to ground.
Back to 11.
About 12 metres out from the Rams line. Ball goes long out to Forum. Forum can work some magic onto Hasselman. Gives a little wrap around inside to Millwood, who shrugs off Scrimger, and he gets in a good tackle. Comes back again for a second effort. 2 metres out from the Rams line, directly under the post. Good tackle there as well from Begovic. Little chip through from Liam Forum. Gives the ball off the ground to Bailey Taylor. Miraculous stuff there. He's called a penalty. It was a 2-on-1, Bomber. I think he tried to strip that Hamish Wolfgang out of BT's hands.
That was incredible.
He's saying he called held and he dragged him back into the field to play.
Yeah, that was right, Banker. That was incredible. Curtly Lewis has regathered the grubber kick and in the one motion thrown it back to Bailey in the end goal. High risk, but
low percentage play, but hell, what the hell. Here's Benkovic with the ball. Jacob Ellis goes himself from the tap.
Got to get the dummy half quicker, these boys.
10 metres in from touch. Here's Benkovic, gets the ball, goes to the 40, charges into the line. Good run, and is stripped out, I thought, but he's lost the ball in the play.
Turn around and make the tackle.
Get into it. Hamish Wolfgang with the ball. Curtly Lewis comes over the top. Ball, they're all offside, the Muswellbrook players, but Tyler Wolfgang goes from dummy half, and he's hit over the top from Bailey Wooden. They're 38 metres out from the Rams line. Out to Hasselman, out to Foran. Foran gives the ball to Ben Baker. He gets through one, which was Zach Webb. Brushes off another, which was Jackson Anshaw, and he makes another half break. Good tackle from Benkovic down below, and Scrimger over the top. They're 20 metres out from the Rams line, going to the left side here. Short pass from Hasselman, on to French, and he scores in the corner. Great face pass from Hasselman.
Yeah, it was a pass by Hass, but once again, we're seeing blokes trying to make the effort individually in defence. For want of a better word, making a one-off play for an intercept, and that's the result of it. Webby, Jacko, all that right side, we're trying to do it individually instead as a team.
Bomber, there's a lot of experience out there with Shane Hasselman and Liam Forum, mate. They're working both sides of the ruck particularly well. They've got their forwards there that are meeting those efforts. Both sides of the rucks with Forum and Hasselman. They're never short of a good runner from the Tigers, and the Rams, they just have to be a little bit more urgent in defence. Their line speed has to be much, much better than that.
Yeah, at the moment, there's Muswellbrook are just looking a bit clunky in attack. They had their chance down there. They call inside the 10. But at the moment, there's still probably new combinations playing around there. I'd really like to just see them settle down. Really just settle down.
With a kick to come. And look, the halftime siren's going to come right now and in the middle of this, and Ben Baker's going to try and convert. It's 14-6 in favour of the Tigers, and he's only going to make this 16-6 if he kicks it, and both teams will go into a half-time break. It's been a very fiery opening half in this Scanlon Shield final and grand final replay. And we've seen a heap of action. We've had Aberdeen with 3 players in the bin. We've had Muswellbrook with 1. Dylan Thorne, namely Dylan Thorne, and then we had Josh Schmiedel, Guy Thompson, and Ben Baker in the bin, and Ben Baker's back on the field. He moves in to try and convert this try. It looks very, very good. No, it's waved away. So there you have it. Bomber, any final thoughts before we take a break for half-time?
Yeah, I think Troy would like to get to his side here and he's probably going to emphasise the need to play footy. Everyone's all excited defensively and with the ball in hand, but we're still making far too many errors with a pill. But I think he'd really like to get to the key players and see if they can dominate field position. And at the moment, they're far from out, 14-6. Fatigue will come in the back end, so the possession's going to be key in this next 20 to 25 minutes, and who can hold the ball the best, complete their sets, all that boring stuff, but it usually comes out up in the wash at the end of the game, and the side who completes best will win.
And not to mention, I think this second half, a lot will depend on now Nick Martin's clearly made a statement in that first half, Bomber. A lot will depend on their discipline.
Oh, certainly. I think Nick will continue to use the sin bin if there's any more rubbish. It's quite obvious.
Okay, it's 14 points to 6 here in favour of the Aberdeen Tigers in the Scanlon Shield final and the grand final replay. We'll be back very shortly. Well, we're back for the second half here, the final of the Scanlon Shield. It's the round 3 clash between Aberdeen and Muswellbrook. Muswellbrook at home at Olympic Park. It's 14-6. And to top it all off, it is also the grand final replay. It's also the grand final replay between these two bitter rivals, I should say. We've had an exciting first half, to say the least. We've had 3 Aberdeen players in the sin bin. We've had 1 player from Muswellbrook in the sin bin. Nick Martin is certainly not going to cop any garbage. Looking at the game, Muswellbrook just couldn't get over that line. They've been their own worst enemies, giving Aberdeen plenty of possession through, quite frankly, some dumb options. They've got to clean this area up and just stop giving cheap turnovers to the Aberdeen side. They cannot continue to invite Aberdeen down into their red zone, because Aberdeen will make them pay. They've got a wealth of experience in that side. Hoogerworth, Foran, Hasselman, and they've got their big bopper forwards running the inside lines brilliantly. The Muswellbrook defence has just got to be up to the task, but they cannot give away silly penalties and invite this Aberdeen side into their own 20-metre area. Reggie?
Yeah, look, mate, I've got to agree with you. I don't think Muswellbrook did enough to capitalise when Aberdeen had 3 players in the sin bin at the one time. The smart play was Liam Foran kicking out the touch. Muswellbrook didn't race to that scrum feed to get it set to have time out. They let it go, and that's just talent. That's just smart football from Liam Foran.
Well, we just said it, Reggie, and Bomber will join us in a second. Bomber, we spoke about the experience of Aberdeen here. Muswellbrook cannot continue to invite Aberdeen into their own red zone, mate, otherwise they're going to pay dearly.
Nah, certainly not, Banker. It's really vital that Muswellbrook settle in and play some footy.
Here's a high kick-off from Ben Baker, and Ben Baker, they let the ball bounce, Muswellbrook, and now Aberdeen, they've knocked it on. They've knocked it on, so Muswellbrook will have a scrum feed here. Why did they let that ball bounce?
No, not a good sign. That first kick-off in the second half, there's no urgency to get the ball on the fly. I don't know what the wind's doing up there.
Well, it's obviously swirling, but someone's got to take that ball on the full, show a bit of confidence and get it going forward. Muswellbrook need a really good set of 6 here to get it out here and try and peg Aberdeen into one of the corners badly, and they've got to be equal to the task here. They're 14-6 down. Here's Huey Bartholomew, feeds the ball. Scrum ball goes to Bailey Taylor, and Bailey Taylor gets the ball, and he's hitting a good tackle there straight in front of his own post, about 12 metres out. Gretchen, dummy half. They're going to go down the left-hand side onto Bailey Wooden. Not the greatest of passes on there, and they push the ball forward again. He collects it. I thought he dropped that ball, Bomber. There's some real low percentage play there. Here's, I think that's Jordan Mulheron, is it?
No, might be Lewis.
Is it Lewis?
Currently playing on the left edge.
Okay. Bit dark over in that corner. Here's Dylan Thorne, and Dylan Thorne gets the ball and he takes it forward. Great tackle there. Great tackle there by, I think, doesn't matter. Ewan Bartholomew says, let's get the ball out of our area. Ben Baker, the fullback, it goes down to about 20 metres out from his own line. He brings the ball forward and he's hitting a good tackle there by Zach Webb. Had a blinder so far, Webby. Ben Baker plays the ball 25 metres out from his own line to Harry Douglas, and Harry Douglas is cut in half by Ramon Jackson, 30 metres out, 20 metres in from touch. That's Ben Clark on the field there, boys, at dummy half. He's Ben Clark. Yes, he was just on before half-time. Good tackle there. Josh Moodle gets up to play the ball 40 metres out from his own line. Goes forward there, Aberdeen with the ball just shy of halfway. I think that's the fourth, and that was Guy Thompson, who's back on the field. He's Ben Clark gets the ball. He scoots from dummy half, and he's tackled just over the halfway line on the Muswellbrook side of halfway. Ball goes out to Hasselman. Hasselman onto Fawn. Now there's a bomb and a half, and that's going to go straight down Bailey Taylor's throat. And what a take from BT. He gets the ball and he goes forward, and he goes through that tackle of Sean Millward, and he's tackled about 29 metres out centre field. Here's Zach Webb taking another pressure-relieving run. Hitting a good tackle from Millward. And also, big Sammy Fitzsimmons. He gets up and plays the ball. They've got to be clever with these play the balls. Ewan Bartholomew darts from dummy half. He gets over halfway. Good run from Ewan Bartholomew. Zach Webb Gretchy is dummy half. There's an Aberdeen player left lying in the ruck. He goes to Webb again. Running like a forward, Zachy Webb. He gets over the 40. He's shuffled sideways. Fitzsimmons, the tackler. Ball goes out to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne runs and gets tackled. 31 metres out, centre field on the last. Gretchen dummy half. Ball goes out the left-hand side. Ball goes to to Hardy, little chip over the top, but it goes straight down Tyler Wolfgang's throat. Not the greatest of kicks again. Here's Tyler Wolfgang. He gets through Bailey Taylor's tackle and he gets over his own 25 metres out from his own line. Ball goes on to big semi Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons comes forward and he's hitting a great tackle from big Ramon Jackson, and Bailey Wooden 30 metres out from his own line centre field. Ball comes out to the left-hand side over to Foran. Foran cut out pass to French, and French goes to ground 35 metres out from his own line. Here's Foran from dummy half. Here's a good run by Hugerworth. He unloads to French, second phase. French boots one. He's hit the good tackle from Ramon Jackson, the big front rower. 31 metres out from the other Rams line. He gives a penalty away.
He's on the right to a click, play the ball.
He tried to
He's on the right to a kick, play the ball. You've got to get out, you've got to
10 minutes
clear
in the bin. That'll be a smart, and Daniel Hugerworth's arguing that point indeed, but that was smart play, I think, from Ramon Jackson, Bomber.
Yeah, it was smart play, but once again, our right edge defence has been found suspect there. We've let him go 40 or 50 metres there when there wasn't really much on. We've got to be more alert on our right edge.
Here's Aberdeen. Ball goes to Millwood. Millwood short pass to Fitzsimmons. Wobbly pass, but he did well, the big fella, to hang on to the ball. They're about 12 metres out centre field. That was an ordinary play. The ball, and here's Guy Thompson, and Guy Thompson charges at the line. He drops it over the line. I think it was raked out by a Muswellbrook player, and Bailey Taylor gets the ball in his own in goal, and he's going to call and knock on. Is that a 20-metre tap to the Rams?
Worrying signs, Banco. Guy Thompson, if he holds on that ball, he scores. He's just put a challenge up to the blokes in front of him. Luckily, someone's got a hand on it. We've got to get back into the grind here. We've got to go set for set, see who the first side is that breaks.
Bailey Taylor now tackled on the 30-metre line. Bailey Wooden down the left-hand side, and Bankovic's hit the ball, and he's knocked it on. He's dropped the ball. It was a bit of a shoulder charge, and he's dropped the ball twice. The big fella.
Yeah, we've got to defend that error again now. We've just got to dig in for the fight here. It's not going to be easy. They've got some quality footballers, Aberdeen, and in this next set of 6, they're going to throw a few questions at the Muswellbrook boys, and they're just going to come up with the answers time after time. You can't afford to get away with a 26 lead here. 35 minutes.
Aberdeen scrum food, 35 metres out from the Rams line. Ball goes out wide to Ben Baker, and Ben Baker shows it one way, gives it under the second man, which is... not sure who that is. Hamish, that's big Hamish Wolfgang. How could I miss him? Dummy half. Ben Clark at dummy half gives a short pass to Schmoedel. Equally short pass, a little tip on there. Aberdeen 28 metres out from the Rams line. Ben Clark at dummy half. Ball goes out to Foran. Foran shows it one way, gives it outside over to Hugerworth. He steps out of one. He's swung to the ground by Jackson, but he unloaded it. Good unload. He's hitting a good two-man tackle there. Right in front of the goalpost. 12 metres out from the line. Schmoedel going to the blind side, full of running. He unloads again. He gets it onto his Fitzsimmons out to the short side to Foran. He puts a chip through. Well done from Jackson Anshaw. Ooh. What's he called? He's called it. He's actually grounded in goal, so it's going to be a line dropout. Good urgency from Jackson Anshaw. He read that to a T. That was close.
Yeah. Aberdeen are getting offloads. The Rams boys aren't playing square in defence. They're just getting last-ditch tackles in. They've got to get numbers in tackle, slow that, play the ball down, and secure the possession of the ball. Don't let them get the flop back. As soon as they get a flop back, that's when the key players like Hasselman and Foran will come into their own.
The pressure's right on here now, Reggie. There's a line drop out. 33 minutes left in this game. It's 14-6 still to the Aberdeen boys. Here's Liam Foran. He returns that ball. He gets it on to Sam Fitzsimmons, and Fitzsimmons hitting a good tackle from Bankovic and Wooden over the top. Struggling to get up to play the ball. Good slow to play the ball down tactics. A better help. Here's Guy Thompson. Takes one. Gets another one. He gets through one. He shuffles and still going forward before Gretchen Wooden take him down right on the 20-metre line. Clark at dummy half. He tries to milk that. Clark at dummy half. Gets the ball out to Hasselman. Hasselman gives it around the back pass to Ben Baker. Gives it on to Schmoedel, and Schmoedel gives the ball out to Hamish Wolfgang, who's tackled into the... over the touchline. Great work from, is that Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob showed Hamish the sideline. It's dangerous to show Hamish the sideline, but Jacob's got that undeniable pace to be able to...
Reggie thoughts early.
Mate, they've just got to get the structure and get out of this area. They've been trapped down here in the first half, so Muswellbrook just need to go through the motions and, even if the backs get in there and give the forwards a bit of a rest in this area and get to a good chase and then nail them down here. But they do need to get that mongrel back in their defence.
Well, 32 minutes. left in this game. It's a Scanlon Shield final. It's a grand final replay. They're set it through 2 sets of hands straight out to Zach Webb from the scrum base. They're 10 metres out, right in front of their post. Here's
Huey Bartholomew.
Huey Bartholomew takes a dart from dummy half. Bailey wouldn't it? Dummy half. Looks to give a half. No, he doesn't. He goes back to the left-hand side to Dylan Thorne, co-captain. Here's Ewan Bartholomew, short pass to Benkovic. He'll want to hang on to this ball this time. He's hit a good tackle from Foran, and also Daniel Hugerworth, short pass to Bailey Wooten. Runs hard, little Bailey. He's hitting a high tackle there from Hugerworth with the help also of, I think that was Sean Millwood over the top. Here's Hardy. They go out to the left. Little short kick from, what's the name? Who's that? Who kicked that ball, Bomber? Curtly Lewis. A little left foot chip over the top.
I think we've got to see a little bit more ball go towards Curtly's side. He's got a fair bit of football in him, and I think these boys haven't defended against him before.
Well, they got another repeat set here, the Rams. Can they take full advantage of it? They're going to get a tip penalty. Jacob Ellis is going to get the ball. He takes it forward. He runs to the side. He's going to find himself 3 metres out from the Aberdeen line. 2 or 3 metres in from touch. He gets up and plays the ball. Brother Daniel. Ball goes on to Dylan Thorne. He beats through one, steps through another. He's backing. He always tried to back himself in over the try line. He's still 3 metres out. Gretchen dummy half. Bailey Wooden first receiver. It goes behind Bailey Wooden onto Jake Hardy. Hospital pass to Ramon Jackson, but he did well to hang on to it. He dropped it in the tackle. Goodness me, was that pass needed, Bomber?
No, I could see what Jake was trying to do, and he'd like to have it back again. I think they've just got to settle down here, and I know I've persisted with it, but I'd just like to see Ewan just run one set of football here. He's a constant threat with the football in his hands. Jake even pushes out to a second receiver and let Huey just run a whole set and see what we can get out of it.
Yeah, we need to find some space out there, but it's not going to happen early if we're dropping the ball before it meets its target. I thought he did well, Ramon, to try and hang on to that ball in the first place because the defence was right up into his face. Aberdeen have got a scrum feed 10 metres out from their own line. Right. Certainly not happy with the way the scrums get back, but nevertheless, here the ball goes out to Hamish Wolfgang, and Hamish Wolfgang gets the ball and he's tackled well there, 12 metres out from his own line. Trying to milk this ball for all it's worth, but anyway, here we go. Ball goes out there and it goes on to Hasselman. Hasselman gets the ball. He gets it over his own 20-metre line. He goes under a high tackle by Ewan Bartholomew. There's no need for all that. Ewan went to see how he was. We got the penalty. Ewan Bartholomew went over there immediately. He knew he did wrong and he went over and stood there, and I think he apologised to Young's. And then who was that came in? Cameron Savage came in and probably didn't understand that. I think they're mates off the field.
Don't do it.
Penalty's been given away, and now the Tigers, Bomber and Reggie, will get a dead set piggyback penalty down the other end of the field, and they will have another full set of 6 well in deep inside the Rams half.
Yeah, I think Liam will be looking to just camp in Muswellbrook's half here now. They'll probably complete this set of 6 on about the 20-metre line. He'll be peppering Jacko Earnshaw's wing here, I'd say, on a completion.
Here's Cameron Savage with the ball, goes into Ewan Bartholomew. He wanted an equal big hit, but he comes back again with the help of Benkovic and also Zachy Webb. And Ewan's given another penalty away.
6 is gone.
And it's on for young and old again.
Ewan's throwing a punch. He'll be
Get him out! Get him out!
Yeah.
Hey!
Sean Mills dragging somebody out there, and there's a lot of shirt grabbing again.
Brady, let's go. Walk away. Let him go. Walk away.
A lot of shirt grabbing.
Let's see what he's got to say here.
Come on.
Interesting to see Daniel Ellis grab his first cousin Cameron.
Let's go. Jake, let's go.
Yeah, it's certainly
Let's go.
all them brawls we used to see in the 90s. But there wouldn't have been too much pulling of the jumper in them days.
Well, the first guy to throw a punch these days is going to go to the bin, and Nick Martin has made himself quite clear in this first half that he's not going to tolerate it.
Time's not off. Time's not off.
Well, the time is off on the clock.
Yeah, time's off on the clock.
Back you go.
Yeah, Ewan's gone here.
Ewan will go to the bin. Ewan will go find himself in the bin. It's just...
Right, we'll go over here. I don't want to hear anyone. Right. So. I've got the tackle. Muswellbrook number 6 is coming. The tackle's complete. He's coming with the swinging arm.
Yep, righto.
Have you got anything else?
Well, I open here, but I didn't get a number. So if you seen it, you seen it. But if you didn't,
Nah.
you can't do anything about it.
Right.
I couldn't see it.
No, right, thanks, Ross.
Burn in the bin,
Sort
boys.
out. Okay, number 6.
You'll be in the bin.
Got him. Number 6.
Yeah, here we go.
Just finishing it.
Okay. The tackle's been complete. He's jumped back on, and he's also thrown a punch into the tackle. You need this?
Ewan's arguing that he did not throw a punch, but Nick
No, what I've seen
and,
is he
anyway,
moved up and he swung his arm into the player.
his medicine,
It's punch.
hop off the
Right,
field,
the penny's
he's got
going to them.
So he's going
This
to
is
come
going to have
back
to
until
sell
the
it out.
18-minute mark. 18-minute
Take a try,
mark.
Adam.
It's 14-6 to the Aberdeen Tigers. Now they have the advantage, a clear advantage, because Muswellbrook are without a distributor there on the left-hand side of the field. So here we go, Aberdeen with the ball. Reggie?
Ewan actually said then I didn't throw a punch, and if I threw a punch, he wouldn't be getting up.
He's got a point. Anyway, Aberdeen with the ball, 25 metres out from the Rams line. Here's big Cameron Savage, takes the ball forward and he's hitting a big tackle there from Benkovic, and they're trying to take him out over the sideline. He's tackled right on the 20-metre line. Ball goes out from Ben Clark. It's a dummy half, gets the ball to Foran. Long pass out to Hasselman, who steps off his right. He's been dangerous. He goes under one tackle. He's tackled 25 metres out centre field. Ben Clark at dummy half. No, it's not. It's Foran at dummy half. My apologies. On to Ben Baker. And Ben Baker goes forward and he gets inside the Rams 20. That's centre field.
Danger here on our right. Danger on our right.
Big danger. Foran, plenty of room to move. Short pass on to Hugerworth, and Hugerworth charges at the line. He goes over the top of a couple of would-be defenders, and he scores a try. And that'll take it to an 18-6 lead. 27 minutes to go in this match. It's the Scanlon Shield final, and it also is the grand final replay, and Aberdeen have made a statement here right now.
Yeah, Benko. Hoogs run a great outside-inside line, hitting blokes back on their inside shoulder, and the Muswellbrook defence was pushing wide, sliding. Hoogs goes back on that inside line, and he just finds weak inside shoulders, and he goes for the try. We've got to be stronger than that on our own line. They haven't come down much most of the game, and they're scoring too many easy tries.
Bomber, we did speak about it, Reggie. I'll get your comments in a second, mate. We did speak about the one thing that is not going to be tolerated in the second half. Nick made himself quite clear, whether we agree with anything or not, he's the man in charge out in the middle, and he's already made it quite clear he's not going to tolerate ill discipline.
Yeah, I think both sides of emotions have been run away with them here. I know it's a big contest and a grand final replay and everything like that, but obviously Aberdeen have decided to come out in the second half and play a bit of footy.
Well, the thing is, when I spoke to Nick at half-time, establishing who the captain is, and that's what the problem is. Too many people talking. They've got co-captains in Hasselman and Hugerworth on this side, and Dylan Thorne and Gretsch. And I know that's not something you like to see, Bomber, so I think that the
one thing that I've noticed, Bomber and Reggie, is that Aberdeen's go forward is just so much more intensive than the Rams right now. Their go forward is just... They're just knowing their roles, Bomber. They're knowing their roles.
Know their roles. And 25 minutes to go, 20-6. Muswellbrook probably got to make a statement here with their intent and their defence and attack. And for 25 minutes, whether they win or lose, they've got to finish off well in this last 25 minutes.
Just quickly, Benkovic is off the field and Mulheron is on the field. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure Dylan Thorne is out there running with a bit of a limp. He might have copped a bump to one of his legs there. He's dead set running around injured at the moment. He's a little bit of a short play on a rug, but that was nothing wrong with that tackle. He ran straight into a full-on hit, and that was from Dylan Thorne. Here's the Aberdeen boys. They get the ball onto Guy Thompson, and Guy Thompson lost the ball in that tackle, and that's going to be ruled that way.
That's the intent's needed.
Absolutely, and the Rams are going to have possession here, centre field, 25 metres out from the Aberdeen line.
That was a brilliant shot.
And to state the bleeding obvious, they need to be the next to score.
Now with Bartholomew off, Kirtley Lewis does play a lot of 5'8", and we just might see if he runs this whole show.
Well, they'll play without a lock here in the scrum, and Kirtley Lewis has come down this right-hand side, first receiver, inside Zachy Webb, and... I still would love to see Bailey Taylor with the two Ellis boys outside of him work some magic, Bomber. I'd love to see it. They're quite capable of it. Here's that man, Bailey Taylor, gets the ball, shows and goes, and he runs his favourite play, and he's 21 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Marcus Marsh, good hit out there and good tackle. Here's big Dylan Thorne. He comes to Savage. He shrugs him off and he comes again with a 4-man tackle to get the big fella down. Centre field, 15 metres out. Here's Gretsch onto Wooden. Wrap around with Gretsch again. Long pass out to Bailey Taylor. Well read from Hamish.
Got to go short side here with numbers.
Gretsch dummy half onto Wooden. They come back to the open, Bomber. They disagree with you. Bailey Wooden goes back into the middle of the field, 5 metres out, comes out to the right-hand side. Curtly Lewis, inside pass to Jackson. Good inside defence there from Marsh. Ball comes out, Gretsch down the blind inside. Curtly Lewis puts a little chip through. I couldn't see it, the goal there. Oh, and that's a swinging arm.
He's missed, everyone's missed it.
Jeez, Harry Douglas received that. Well, great effort from Harry Douglas. The ball goes out to Marcus Marsh, and Marcus Marsh gets the ball off the hook there, the Aberdeen Tigers. They needed a repeat set, the Rams, but it didn't happen. Here's Josh Smeedle, takes the ball forward. Jinks well, beats 1, beats 2, and he drags the defence up to the 35-metre line, centre field.
Wooden injured, Wooden cramped up.
Tries a 40-20, trying a 40-20, and it does. It happens. I think that landed just inside the 20. Right on the 20-metre line. Has Jesse Rudder, is he going to rule a 40-20, boys? I think it is.
Nah, I think he's going to rule, not sure here. He's standing right on the 20-metre line.
No, it is dead set a 40-20. It is a 40-20. Liam Form's going to get that ball, and he's going to play the ball. He's going to tap that ball right on the 20-metre line. Here's Ben Clark. He's going to tap it. Pressure's right on the Rams. Guy Thompson gets the ball and he goes forward and he's hit. Good tackle. 15 metres out from the Rams line. Centre field.
They've got numbers
Ben Clark at dummy half. They're gone out at the right-hand side. Hasselman takes off. Shows it one way. Gives it to the other. And he's hit by Curtly Lewis, is it? Dragged to the ground. He dragged 10 metres back. Good hit. That might be Jordan Mulheron. Short side. They go to the short side. I can't see who that is.
It's a try.
He's over.
Wolfgang,
Hamish Wolfgang.
No. He spun around, he's touched it.
Down the short side, took full advantage of the player being at Ewan Bartholomew being in the bin, and they've found a hole down that right-hand side, Bomber. Just too good, the Tigers.
Yeah, just the weight of possession. The whole set, we're just hanging on defensively after a couple of good shots here early. Defensively, we just haven't aimed up on our try line tonight.
What would be the message you'd be sending out, Bomber, if you're coach these days?
Well, as I said there 5 minutes ago, whether we win or lose for the next 20 minutes, we've got to finish well. And that's not finishing well. We've got 21 minutes now. It's simple as that. We've just got to get back into this game for 20 minutes. If they don't, Aberdeen win 40-6 or 50-6, who knows. But Muswellbrook have got to make a statement now for the next 20 minutes, claw their way back in, try and get back into an arm wrestle.
Poor cameraman there, Duffo, his first gig on the camera, he just had a bit of a shocker there. Went up and had a look at the moon.
I tell you what, Bomber, the more I watch young Daniel Hugerworth, geez, he runs well. He can sniff out a line break. He can sniff out a roll. The way he plays that side of play, he just finds a gap and he takes his whole team forward. He's really matured as a footballer.
Yeah, I think Daniel's probably improved out of sight over the last couple of years. Maybe the responsibility of his first initial stint at captain probably wasn't a great success, but when he came back last year and took over from Trent Walker, I think he probably learnt a lot from his first stint a couple of years ago, and he's come back a far better player and a far better coach, and that's obvious for everyone to see.
The fear here, Bomber, is like you've said, mate. I hate to think that Muswellbrook will just drop their bundle. That kick was unsuccessful, that conversion. It's still 24 points to 6. There's 20 and a half minutes to go in this match, and it is the Scanlon Shield final, for those who don't know. Round 3 clash. It's also the grand final replay, and I've said that many, many times. And Aberdeen has certainly got the advantage here. Muswellbrook need to try and force an error down here right now. Bailey Taylor kicks the ball. It goes down Liam Form's throat. He gives it to Cameron Savage. Savage charges through. Great tackle from Zach Webb, who's forced that error, Bomber. Forced the error.
Yep.
Gets up smiling, young Savage, but what a great effort from Zachy Webb.
Yeah, it was a good effort by Webby. I think Curtly Lewis or Gretsch, he's got to identify where young Cameron Savage is in the defensive line for this whole set. if they've got to go at him for a couple of tackles and go away, then come back at him. But they've got to identify a weak link, and he'd be probably the tiredest out of the whole lot of the boys out there.
Here we go. Ball goes out to Lewis. Lewis goes across field and he's tackling a good tackle from Shane Hasselman. Hasselman, he gets up, plays the ball, goes to Jake Hardy, short pass to Bailey Wooden. The Aberdeen defence is urgent. They're hunting as a
There he is, laying on the play. Go.
Metres out from the Aberdeen line. Ball goes to Romain Jackson. He runs him back behind the ruck. He leaves Daniel Hugerwerf in his wake. He's still going forward. They're 10 metres out. Gretsch at dummy half. We do not want a mistake here. Hardy at dummy half. Long pass out to Jacob Ellis. It goes along the ground, but he's picked it up well. It wasn't clean. Schmoodle takes Jacob Ellis. They're 22 metres out from the Aberdeen line. He's called a penalty.
The ball out.
He tried to strip it out. That's the call from Nick Martin. Jacob Ellis takes a quick tap. He runs centre field. He beats one, beats two. He's tackled 8 metres out from the Tigers line. No dummy half. Gretsch gets there now. Ball goes out the left-hand side to Thorne. Thorne tries to swivel out of one. He does. He's still carrying the boys forward. He's only a metre out. Gretsch at dummy half. What are they going to do? They come out of the right-hand side. A little wrap-around play. Wooden goes himself. Got to get the ball out a little bit wider. Ball goes out to Kirtley Lewis down the right-hand side. Shows and goes. He goes over. He's over Kirtley Lewis. Jinx, I thought they all thought he was going out the back, but he goes himself. They needed that. It's 24 points to 10.
Certainly did. Banco got the soft error and a penalty on the back of the soft error. After Savage dropped it, then Josh Meadle gives a penalty away. We played a little bit direct there. Play a little bit of direct, and one thing Kirtley Lewis looks like he's got some good footwork. Runs with the ball in both hands. And obviously these boys haven't played against him, so they don't know his little ins and outs. So hopefully
that's an interesting point you raise, Reggie. I'll get your thoughts, mate. It's an interesting point that you raise. 100%. Aberdeen haven't seen Kirtley Lewis before, and he brings something, a different dynamic, because he can play in the outside backs from 5'8" onwards.
Yeah, well, you took my words there, Bomber. I think that was brilliant footwork. He had Guy Thompson looking both directions, and Guy lost his footing, and a brilliant try there, but I've never seen him play myself either, so look, if he's a 5'8" and can play there, that's
he does, scrapes over. The conversion's been made by Bailey Taylor. It's 24 points to 12. 17.5 minutes to go here in this clash here at Olympic Park.
And Ewan Bartholomew is back on the field.
Very good.
Plenty of footy left back. In country football, in the last 10 to 15 minutes, is notorious for a lot of tries.
15 years, I think you said.
15 minutes. Yeah, 15 years too.
Okay, it's 13 on 13 now, as Reggie just pointed out. Ewan Bartholomew is back on the field. Let's play some football, boys. They want a great set of 6 go forward here. And Ewan has knocked the ball on. Oh, my goodness. Have we mocked him? Have we dead set mocked him?
That was just a beautiful
Goodness me.
Beautiful kick-off by Liam Foran.
I feel for Ewan. I feel for him. He was under that. He had it cleanly taken and it just bounced out of his arms. And now the Tigers will have possession 10 metres out from the Rams line. Time's off.
He struck the ball beautifully there. It didn't spin.
I'm not sure. There's an injury on the far side. We've got Jacob
Ellis has got a hand injury, a wrist injury by the looks of things. But
I'd probably like to see. It probably might be an ideal time now for Troy to throw Big Dunny on somewhere. I don't know where. There's that big body against some tired fellas. I don't know where he's going to throw him on. But it's a different opposition. Last week he went well.
Here we go, Foran, long pass out to Ben Baker. Looks to show and go, and he's hitting a good tackle there by Bailey Taylor and Jordan Mulheron. Ball goes out to the right inside. No, it doesn't. He goes from dummy half. I think that's Ben Clark. Ben Baker at dummy half. Going to be a long pass out here. They're set both sides of the ruck, Hasselman and Foran. Here the ball goes to Foran on the left. Goes and shows it under to Jimmy Standing. Jimmy Standing goes charging at the goalpost. He's about 8 metres out, right in front. Ben Clark at dummy half, long ball out to Forum, got plenty of room to move, passes it back inside to Schmoodle, and Schmoodle dances around. He's tackled 8 metres out from the Rams line. They have to be good on this line defence here. Clark at dummy half again, goes himself from dummy half. He's clean over. No, he's held up by two defenders. It's the last. They'll look for a repeat set.
Plenty of choices here, Banker.
Absolutely, they'll look for a repeat set. Long ball out the back to Ben Baker. Ben Baker puts a little chip over the top. Hamish and Tyler Wolfgang, the brothers are out there. He pounces on it.
He's got
it's a loose carry. No, he's called a knock on. Called a knock on from Tyler Wolfgang. Brother Hamish pounced on it and scored, but Nick Martin has said it was a knock on. Rams ball 10 metres out. Daniel Ellis is going to play the ball 10 metres in from touch. Jacob Ellis goes from dummy half, darts away from himself. He's being belted there in a 3-man tackle. Made about 2 metres. I think that's Jake Hardy at dummy half. Long ball out there. Hospital pass to Zach Webb. What a great effort from Webby. Curtly Lewis threw a long flat pass to Webby, and he did well to hang on to that centre field. They're about 15 metres out. Who's that from dummy half? I can't see that, sorry.
Ewan Bartholomew.
That's Ewan.
Bailey Wooden cramping up out the back.
Here's Gritchy. Gritchy gets the ball onto Hardy out the back pass to Bailey Taylor. Good defence out there by Marcus Marsh. No, that's Hasselman. My apologies. Here's Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne takes the ball out. He's about 38 metres out from his own line, centre field. Good tackle from Jimmy Standing. Ball, they're going to get it out of here. Ewan Bartholomew kicks the ball straight down the throat of Harry Douglas. He lets it bounce. It goes towards his own sideline, but he's picked it up about 15 metres out. He charges across field as he does, and he's hitting a good tackle there by Bailey Wooden. He's about 25 metres out, centre field from his own line. Ben Baker gives the ball on to Tyler Wolfgang. He moves well, big Tyler, and he's tackled 35 metres out. Good run there by Tyler Wolfgang. Gets up, plays the ball well to Josh Schmoodle, and Schmoodle goes forward. He has run exceptionally well all day today. Someone's cramping up, and that's Bailey Wooden. Here's Tyler Wolfgang again from dummy half. Darts out. He goes himself. Makes a good 20 metres. Great go forward from the Aberdeen Tigers. Dummy half run. He's offside. No, he gives it off to Tyler Wolfgang again, who gives it off to Schmoodle. Schmoodle looks to pass it. He shrugs off one. He's hit good tackle there, 25 metres out. It's the last. The Tigers, again, they'll be looking for a repeat set. Ball goes out the back here to Hasselman. Long pass out to Foran. Foran puts the boot the ball, chip it through. Anshaw gets the ball, collects it 5 metres out from his own line. He's tackled on his 10. Over the top tackle in Harry Douglas.
No. The tackle's complete. One has come in over the top.
Well, they needed that bit of breathing space, the Rams, and they'll get a penalty, and they'll try and get the ball down deep into the Aberdeen half here.
Bank, I think Liam Foran's just give Harry a bit of a serve. I've just put a good kick in for you. He's got him in the corner, and you come in with a late
And you know what? So we should.
Yep.
So we should. Here's Zachy Webb. Absolutely been the Rams' best player today for Mind Bomber.
Outstanding. He's probably made more yards than anyone else on the field for the Rams.
Long pass out there to Ewan Bartholomew, and he gives it to Dylan Thorne, who's centre field, takes it just up over the halfway line. Ewan Bartholomew at dummy half. He goes for a dummy half run. Goes nowhere. Gives a backwards pass to Bailey Taylor, dancing around. He beats one, goes across field, and he's tackled 35 metres out from the Aberdeen line. They need a try here badly. Jake Hardy at dummy half goes the left-hand side to Curtly Lewis. Tries to get through one. He doesn't. Good tackle out there. Here's Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis gets the ball. He goes from dummy half, beats one, beats two, dancing around. He goes under a high tackle, but Nick Martin said it's the last. Around the shoulders, he's called it. Gets up and plays the ball. Gretsch at dummy half. Onto Jake Hardy. Needs a repeat set. Is that the answer? It's going to go over the dead ball line. Not the answer there. Anyway, the Rams just shot themselves in the foot there with that option.
The difference between the two teams is definitely in the ruck. Aberdeen's getting too quick of a play the ball.
The go forward's incredible.
Yeah, and Muswellbrook's just too slow to play the ball.
Yeah, they've got their power base out the back now. Tyler's a big winger. He starts to set off well.
Yep. Here's Marsh. Marsh gets the ball and he takes the ball. Tackled by Ramon Jackson. They're 28 metres out. They're over the 30. Here's Schmoodle. Schmoodle's had a fair game as well, boys. He's hitting a good tackle by Ramon Jackson and Benkovic. They're 35 metres out from his own line, 20 metres in from touch. Taken all day to get off the play, but he's hanging onto his arm. I mean, it's clear as day. Schmoodle was hanging onto Ramon's arm. Comes to the blind inside to Jimmy, and he's gone through two players there. Jimmy's standing. He comes to the fullback. Bailey Taylor, he drops it out the back. Bailey Taylor jumps on it. What's he gone? He's got a knock on. Who knocked that on from the Rams? I didn't even see that.
He's got his hands around. He knocked the ball out.
I thought he let go of the ball himself, Bomber. There's someone on the ground.
When you have your hands around, you tap the ball out and he's gone.
Between Jackson and Mulheron.
Mulheron and in the back play, I have to say, Jordan Mulheron is down. He's definitely him and Ramon Jackson went to do a two-man tackle on Big Jimmy Standing, and the two of them have had a head clash. Nick Martin calls time out now, and I see Big Liam Dunn warming up on the sideline, and I will guarantee 100% that he will come on for Jordan Mulheron. Jimmy Standing made a great break there. He was charging onto the ball there, Reggie.
I'm going to 100% agree with Bailey Taylor there. Jimmy Standing was looking for the offload.
He dead set was.
Dropped it.
Absolutely was. I thought he let that ball go cold as a spud. I thought Bailey Taylor had every right to pounce on that ball, Bomber.
Yep, certainly did. With 11 minutes to go, certainly a massive set here for Muswellbrook. The last thing they need is for Aberdeen to put any points on the board. Like even if you get a penalty here, I'm sure Foran would say, let's kick for goal and get us
Heath
14
Collins
points in front.
Heath Collins has got to take him off. Liam Dunn will come on the field. Jordan Mulheron is going to come off, HIA. There's no question about that. That was a big turning point, this possession right now, Bomber. With the Rams in possession, I think they needed it with it, like you said, 11 minutes to go. They're 24-12 down. I think this is a massive, massive set for the Rams defensive-wise.
Yep, and have to be strong. It's, as I said, there's threats all over the park. The two Wolfgang boys,
and they'll bring their big forwards in under all the time. Here we go. Here's Foran, feeds a scrum, gets a ball out wide to Hamish Wolfgang. He comes to Bailey Taylor. He shrugs him off. He gets to the 30-metre line, centre field. They have to be urgent here in defence. Ball goes out the right-hand side to Schmoodle again. He throws a short pass to Guy Thompson. Great tackle from Bankovic down under and over the top. Couldn't see that. Was Kurtley Lewis. They go back down to that right-hand side. Schmoodle gives the ball to Thompson, and Thompson goes under. Is that Thompson or Liam Foran? Ben Baker.
Yes.
Ben Baker.
Beautiful speed there off the mark. I tell you, he hit that ball 200 kilometres an hour. But
well, that's the urgency in attack. They got up, quick play the balls, and they just were full of running. And Bomber, you nailed it. They certainly didn't want that. 28 points to 12 with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, certainly a lot more intent in Aberdeen's running, especially down in the attacking good ball set.
Well, it was a big turnover, wasn't it? That, for mine, it should have been a Muswellbrook ball. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. Jimmy Standing dead set. I thought he turned around with his back and looked to unload that ball. Nevertheless, we play on. 28 points to 12 with 9 minutes to go by the time he kicks this and they get back to halfway. And dare I say it, I'd hate to see a blowout here, Bomber.
No, as I said before, Troy would be just hoping. I know the game's probably well and truly gone now, but I'm probably thinking he's hoping for the last 9 minutes to just stay in the contest, see if they can get in the grind. They probably really haven't got in the grind for the whole game. I know there was stop-start with some sin-bending, some blues in the first half. But
did that play in your opinion? I think it played into the Aberdeen hands.
Yeah,
even though we're down to 10 men, they still look quite good.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean, Reg? They still played to their structures, even down to 10 men. But the most positive thing, and you touched on it, Reggie, is when they were down to 10 men, the old heads got together and said, let's slow this game right down.
Yeah.
Let's slow it right down and play to our game.
Well, without a doubt, and like you said earlier on, Hasselman's been in the niggle. He's really got into their heads today, and this is a completely different side to what we see play last week.
Well, here we go. Here's the kick-off. It's 30 points to 12. We don't want this to blow out right now, and it gets to Jimmy Standing off the kick-off in his own in goal. He takes the ball forward, and he comes to Bankovic, and they all go high. Him and Kurtley Lewis go high. What is Jimmy Standing doing? Taking a run from there. Gives the ball out to Ben Baker off the kick-off, and he scores a try. They've gone 90 metres, and in the background, Guy Thompson has absolutely given it to Adam Gretsch. Got in his face deluxe, and Ben Baker celebrating with his Aberdeen teammates. 34 points to 12. They've scored off the kick-off, and that
shouldn't happen in any game.
That was a very, very ordinary defence, to say the least.
Yep, as I said, there was more intent in the Aberdeen running. There's been more intent from the minute one. We're still 8 minutes to go. They're challenging the Muswellbrook defensive line. Tackle me if you can. Get in front of me if you can. At the moment, they're winning that contest. They're winning everything.
I'll tell you what, I didn't think Jimmy Standing was that quick.
Jimmy's a former centre.
Well, he showed every ounce of that then.
I think we might have to delete that because it'll end up to be that he's offloaded with 5 metres to go. Oh, Jimmy.
Well, full credit to Jimmy Standing. And I think that the most telling point, Bomber, and you've said it, is that they've run with more purpose. Absolutely ran with more purpose tonight, the Aberdeen Tigers, and they haven't flinched.
No, they haven't.
They haven't flinched.
They haven't missed a beat from probably the full time, from the first 5 minutes of last year's grand final to now. They haven't clocked off. It's the same side that, even though there might be some personnel changes, the intent.
Confident side. It's a confident side, Bomber. It's a real confident side, this Aberdeen team, and they've kicked away now to a 34-12 lead. Just when we thought the Rams were back in it at 24-12, they had a crucial turnover. That's gone left to the uprights. Ben Baker has not converted that. It's 34 points to 12. There's just under 7 minutes to go in this match. Aberdeen will definitely win the Scanlon Shield in this round 3 clash. They'll host the Scanlon Shield next year. I see a lot of supporters now leaving.
Disappointing last probably 10 minutes for the Rams. It's not good enough to let a front rower run 80 metres and
let's be fair dinkum. Jimmy Standing said, well, I'll take it again. Let's be fair dinkum, I'll take it again. Over the top tackle, a bit of a flop from Kirtley Lewis. Ball goes out to Liam Forum. Short pass out to Marsh, who's been exceptional all day. Good tackle there. Right on his 18-metre line. Ball goes out to this left-hand side. Look at the running. Daniel Hugerworth gets through 1, gets through 2. Good running back in behind the ruck bomber for some lazy defenders. Ball gets up. He tries to milk a penalty. They're 35 metres out. Centre field, Liam Foran just controlling the ball spectacularly well. Ball, he puts the big kick down, goes well deep into the Muswellbrook half.
These little fellas are going to have some energy here because the rest of the big boys aren't interested in going back.
Bailey Taylor fields that ball. Daniel Ellis gets the ball now. He takes it out to the 30-metre line. Here's Kirtley Lewis, takes off from dummy half. He's running out to nobody out there, and he's hitting a good tackle by 3 Aberdeen players. And Jacob Ellis goes over there. He has to run 10 metres to get to dummy half. Ball goes out to Benkovic. He's hit in a good tackle there. 42 metres out from his own line, trying to get up the plate, but Schmedel's all over him like a rash. Kirtley Lewis at dummy half again. Long pass to Ewan Bartholomew, short to Romain Jackson. Onto the ball to big Liam Dunn, and he's hitting a good tackle. He steps through 1 before Cameron French comes. It's the last. They're 32 metres out. Ball goes to Ewan Bartholomew. Surely he knows it's the last. He chips over the top, and it's easily defended by Ben Baker. He read that like a book. Ball goes out to big Tyler Wolfgang now. He gets the ball out from his own line. He's hitting a good tackle there, but he scrapes through. He unloads to Schmudel. Schmudel gives the ball out to Hamish Wolfgang, and there's a lot of danger out there, and Kirtley Lewis comes and rounds him up 35 metres out, 10 metres in from touch. Ball goes there to, I can't see that number. Ball goes out to Marcus Marsh, and Marsh gets the ball, and he goes forward, and he's hitting a good tackle. I think that's not Mulheron, but I think that's Dylan Thorne. Here's Joshy Schmudel. Joshy Schmudel, long pass out to Cameron French, plenty of room to move. He shows and goes. He comes to Ewan Bartholomew, tries to unload. Harry overran him, but Ewan Bartholomew dragged him down by the collar, 38 metres out from the Rams line. Ball goes to Foran. Foran, long pass out to Marsh, short pass to Ben Baker. On to Shane Hasselman, and he's belted by Jacob Ellis there. Good tackle from Jacob.
He's knocked him out.
Is it Kirtley? Sorry, my apologies. Jacob's out there. Apologies to Kirtley Lewis. He did hit him hard.
Tackle 4.
Virtually the time he received that, Kirtley lined him up. And that's young Shane Hasselman. He's down for attention. There is 4 minutes to go. 34 points to 12 here in favour of the Aberdeen Tigers.
Let's leave it. Hey,
I honestly thought the Rams were going to make a little bit of a late run at this, but a couple of real bad turnovers and some, let's be honest, some poor defence. Just let the Aberdeen Tigers, and it's what we've said. They've ran with more purpose. They've every player out there in the Aberdeen side is confident, and they know their roles.
Yep, that's it. They're throwing a challenge out the Muswellbrook, a physical challenge.
Well, they've thrown the challenge out to the whole group side now. They're undefeated after 3 rounds.
Yeah, disappointing with the defensive effort at Muswellbrook. Probably the last 10 or 15 minutes. There's too many offloads. There's too many blokes just poking the nose through. Whether it's fatigue, I don't really know. It shouldn't be fatigue. Aberdeen played 10 minutes with 10 men, so that shouldn't come into it.
Well, Hass is coming off now. There's no question Hass is going to come off for HII. I see Wade McKenzie and Josh Scrimger coming on, so they'll be late replacements with 4 minutes to go. Big Wade McKenzie will get his second run.
It's his birthday too, Hass.
It's Hasselman's birthday, so happy birthday to Hass. You've had a victory at the very least.
40 today.
40 years old, Shane Hasselman.
No, that was...
No. I was going to say, he doesn't look 40. Anyway,
16 in 2000. What's that
on the positive, Bomber? On the positive, we can pinpoint some areas. The Rams. Look, I'm not writing the Rams off. I think they've done exceptionally well. It's just been a couple of ordinary efforts in whilst in possession, and and I think the rest is, too many clean errors in defence. Really, just should be a little bit better the whole thing. Who's this? Ben Baker's got a little ball off a chip from Liam Forum, a set play in behind the ruck, and Ben Baker came from the open side play bomber, received that on the full, caught it and scooted over from the 20-metre line to score a great try, and they're definitely a planned move from Liam Forum.
Planned move. Liam, with all due respect to the rest of the players in the group, Liam is a cut above everybody as far as organising, pushing sides around it. He's got massive amount of time.
A lot of time on his hands.
He's looking up all the time. Young Baker, he's come from the Campbelltown City Eagles, I think, in that Sydney Shield. He come with fairly big raps on him. I think he's a mate of Guy Thompson, obviously. Can play the game. It's a good acquisition they got. It's a benchmark they've set a benchmark here for the rest of the group to meet. Obviously, Muswellbrook were one of the contenders for the benchmark. Troy will come away and he'll know what the boys, and all the boys will know now what they've got to get to, and it's going to be bloody hard.
They've got to get to a level. They've got to raise their level of each individual has got to raise their own level. And Liam Forum has kicked that. He's converted. It's 40 points to 12. It's getting a little bit embarrassing, this scoreline now. I don't think Muswellbrook deserve to be beaten this much, but the second half they will want to forget well and truly.
Yeah, it's what I feared. I feared that with possession and ball and field position, Aberdeen were going to be dangerous. As I said, they've got some key players, and at the moment they're just making far too many metres.
Okay, Jake Hardy kicks the ball off, and here's Hugerworth. Hugerworth had a blinder of a game as well. He runs into Liam Dunn, and Liam Dunn takes him 25 metres out from his own line. It's 40 points to 12. There's just under 2 minutes to go in this match. Aberdeen have won the Scanlon Shield. There's no question about that. And here's an Aberdeen player. He's going to get dragged into touch. Is that Sam Gleeson, boys?
Yeah, probably not his best touch in first grade. Probably... Yeah.
I'd like to see him pack this scrum and score just before full time, the Rams, and hopefully go in with the heads up a little bit.
I'll tell you what, I feel they're definitely missing Cade Boney.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah, they've missed Cade, Steve, but he's not playing. He's not going to be playing this year, so they've got to work with what they've got. They're not far off the mark, but they've just got to be better defensively. They can't attack if we can't tackle.
Ewan Bartholomew is going to feed this scrum. Ball goes out to Zach Webb. Goes above his head, but he's tackled 35 metres out from the Aberdeen line. There is just over a minute to go. Ball goes out the left-hand side to Kirtley Lewis. Short pass to Romain Jackson. Not deep enough for mine. Jackson takes the ball. He did well again to hang on to it. I thought he dropped that in the play, the ball, but it didn't. He goes out to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne gets the ball. He charges towards the line, the 20-metre line, that is. There's centre field. Gretsch with the ball goes out to... Ewan Bartholomew puts a little chip over the top for Daniel, and it goes into touch. It just beats him. He's tried something on the bell there. It's 40 seconds to go in this match. It's 40 points to 12. A convincing victory overall now for the Aberdeen Tigers, boys.
Yeah, just reflecting back to what Reggie said about Cade not being there, and I wasn't being rude, but what Cade would do if he was there, any half break, he's there. And at the moment, we're getting a half break, and there's no one there to capitalise on that half break. But as I said, just go back. Defence wins big matches. Aberdeen have let 12 points in. We've let 40 in.
Square.
Well, Aberdeen are going to wind this clock down. There's only 6 seconds to go. Josh Myrtle won't even have to play this, surely. Ball goes out to the right. Smart play by Ben Baker. He puts it straight in the field of play. And final thoughts, boys, on this Scanlon Shield victory to the Aberdeen Tigers. 40 points to 12 at Olympic Park here in the round 3 clash. Aberdeen well and truly on top here in this game. They weathered the storm with 10 players, I must say, and they did exceptionally well, boys. I'll wrap that up and let you two summarise this game.
Well, I just think it was well controlled. Bomber by Liam Forum. I think he did a fantastic job, especially when those boys were in the sin bin.
Yeah, 40 to 12 is a big score. Muswellbrook are going to have to take some positives out of it. I think they've got a week off next week. No Denman game. It's been pushed back to a later date. I don't think there's any major injuries coming out of it for Muswellbrook. Next time they play Aberdeen, if they can get into a game of football and see how they can go with that. Obviously the niggle and the penalties and the brawls probably didn't work for them. Aberdeen have been doing that for 35 years, and they're a good side at doing it. If you want to get into a dogfight with them, they'll accommodate you. So, apart from that, Muswellbrook's defence probably not the best, but we live to fight another day next week or fortnight. I think we've got Scone or someone coming up in a fortnight. So Scone or Denman or someone. So.
Yeah. No, mate. Well, thanks for your time, and thank you, Benko. It's been a fantastic effort by you guys volunteering your time as well, and well done to Aberdeen on taking out the Scanlon Shield for 2018. They'll host it next year, and until the next home game for Muswellbrook, we'll see you then.